Outlook like a pro. That's like the easiest thing I'm supposed to do here today. Please, is it fine? When you are working in a corporate environment, for instance, now, there are a lot of these kind of things will happen over time, right? Someone trying to get into your system, trying to scam you. It's one of the things. Of course, it was not directly related to why we're here today, but then remotely, it's still related because you need to also be clear. You need to be very serious. You need to be very conscious about who you are responding to and who you are sending your emails to, and what kind of emails. Is it a phishing? Is it a spam? Is it somebody that's trying to defraud your company? So it's very important. So let me just really take you through what Outlook is all about. Of course, to start Outlook, I'll show you how to start it. Do you have a laptop? Is it up? Just bring up a laptop. Of course, most of your Outlook, you'll not be able to send a mail or do anything with it because you didn't set it up. Like, you need to set up an Outlook account or a mail account. Outlook is just a client, right? It's just like an interface that helps you manage your email account. Like I said initially, without an account, you cannot just send email from Outlook. It's not going to work because you need to. But then most times the IT guys will, there's no point teaching you how to do that. The IT guys in your firm, of course, the IT guy can also do it for us. But the IT guys in your individual firms will do all of that for you. All you're going to get is just a complete out-of-the-box Outlook system. And then you just start sending emails. So again, just look at my laptop. Oh, sorry. You didn't tell me I was blocking your laptop. Yes. Thanks. So there is Outlook. Latest version is 2016. So most likely that's what you probably be using. Yeah. Yeah. So this is Outlook. Is it familiar? Maybe, probably not. Most of you probably have used Word, you've used PowerPoint, you've used Excel, but then maybe not. How do we do that? I'm blocking some people. I'm trying to see what I can do. So let me make it a little bit different. Okay. Is it familiar? Can you say anything at all? Do you have Outlook on your laptop? Is anybody using Outlook like normally? Does anybody use Outlook normally on their laptops? Can you hear me at the back? Does anybody use Outlook at all like normally? Have you ever had any reason to use Outlook? But okay, do you use Gmail? You use Gmail very well. Normal Gmail. Outlook? Like normally. Do you have it there? Oh, okay. No, it's fine. Some people do use it, right? But then, so let me just take it through. Are you all with me? Okay, please. So Outlook is send emails with it. So I'll just take you all through all the capabilities now. So the first one that we need to know or learn is how to use Outlook to manage our emails, right? On my system here, I already have an Outlook account set up. This is on my own corporate system. This is a corporate laptop anyways. So I have my email set up already for me, right? So all I just want to show you is how to send emails with it. It's no different from what you use. It's not different from your Gmail stuff. It's not different at all. So of course we have the file tab. As with all other Microsoft Office applications, there's a file tab where you do all the things that you need to do. Maybe you want to open an email that you saved. You can save an email. You can save the attachment to that email. You can save the attachment to that email and you can print your email and all of that. But these are the basic stuff, right? You want to send an email, just click on new email. It's very easy. And I don't think you should take a note of this at all. I'll spend very minimal time on this. This is not something that you need to spend a lot of time learning, right? The more important things that we're going to deal with them later, the Word and the PowerPoint one, and then presentation is basically how to present very well. So the new email, just, I want to send an email to someone, right? Let's delete this. Right, when you send an email to someone, of course, this comes up. Can you hear me very well, please? Okay, please just let me know. I keep saying it. So when you send an email to someone, this platform, this interface comes up, right? The person you are sending to, this is a to email who we are CCing. CC means copy someone, right? So in an environment, you work in a team, right? You work in a corporate environment, you're going to work in a team, not just you and the person. You'll probably work in a team of 5, a team of 20, sometimes the whole organization, right? You're working on a particular project together. And you need to inform someone that, you know, this, you need to send or communicate with someone. At the same time, you need others to be aware that this communication has passed to this person. Do you understand? You know, there's a about it now. While you're in university, you want to send an email to, you want to send a letter to your HOD, for instance, now, and you also want your part advisor or someone to know that you've done that. So you send one directly to the part advisor, then you put copy someone. There's a way to do it. You copy, you give them a copy. Like, this letter is for the HOD, but then there's a copy that I'm going to give to this person. Or you're sending an email to the vice chancellor and you're giving a copy to the dean of student affairs. That kind of thing. So it happens here too, right? You're sending an email to, let's say, just anybody, the IT guy. Right? Samuel. I'm sending an email to Samuel. Oh, shit. This is not going to work. I'm blocking, right? Okay. I think this should work now. Am I blocking anybody here? Okay. I'm very sure, actually. So I want to send an email to Samuel, right? What's Samuel's email? Samuel? W, okay, at ymail. Wow, well, that's a good email. Sam at ymail.com. Right. Okay. Okay, so I'm sending an email to Sam, right? I'm sending an email to Sam, but I want somebody else to know. Who do I want to know here? Who should we copy? Who should know? Right? Sorry, what's your name? Toby Solomon. Okay, to Toby Solomon at Toby Solomon at okay, Toby Solomon R at gmail.com. Okay, but you know, there's not that guy that has been disturbing me, right? So there's always a subject. Of course, when we get to the other part of the presentation, I will tell you about there's some etiquette when you're sending an email. Sorry, please, one class, please. There are some things that you should be aware of when we are, you know, when you're doing business communication. And when we get to that part, of course, I will not dwell on that here. I just want to move from here as fast as possible. I will not spend a lot of time on that here. When we get to that part, of course, then I will now, you know, dig deep into that. But of course, your email must have a subject, right? And the subject must be descriptive enough. So you see people saying, you know, maybe you call your uncle that you needed a job and stuff like that, and your uncle asks you to send your CV or something. Some people, you just, you know, the subject is something that is not related to the CV at all, right? It's very easy for the person you're sending it to miss it. Or even if the person doesn't miss it, it may be irritating. You just put, exactly, uncle, please help me. Yeah, you know, it's not the kind of subject I want to see. And then some people just put it all in caps. No, it's very bad. You know, in business communication, all caps is always bad. Just think about it like that. All caps is always bad. Of course, when we get to that part, we'll talk more about that. So subject, you know, put your subject. This was testing our email, and then there's some. This is what? We know you are the IT guy. We know you are the IT guy. Thank you for the speaker. Yeah. Very short email, right? You put your signature. What? You want to add a line? Okay. Regards. The Talent Mind class 2018. And then you click send. It's all about it. So your email has gone. I'm sure you guys have it now. Do you? Do you have access to your emails? Okay, your emails are wrong. So it's telling me sam@ymail.com is the wrong email. What? Oh, you should have called that out so that, you know. So I want to resend it now. Oh, you got it. Someone got it, right? Oh, okay. Sam Y. Okay, so let's not waste our time then. Let's just move on. Okay, someone got it. I mean, our email works, right? What you've done, you've communicated, right? You've communicated effectively, or maybe not effectively, but then you've communicated. There is the person you wanted to send it to got it, Sam got it. Then there's Toby Solomon, she got it too, and then we sent a copy that's hidden copy to Owo Shola. Perfect. So that's Outlook, right? You sent an email. That's it, right? The other thing Outlook does for you is to, I said manage your, so then the other thing it does for you is to help you manage your appointments, your meetings, your calendars, and all of that, right? So if I show you something here, you see this? So this is me tomorrow morning, right? Okay, I don't have enough. Right, so these are meetings I have to attend, right? These are meetings that they've sent to me. As I got an invite, I accepted the invite, and then it comes on my calendar that I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do that, right? And these are the timings, right? You see, this is I didn't accept it. Okay, so but this is my calendar, right? This is my calendar for the week. So this is Monday, this is Tuesday, this is Wednesday, this is Thursday, very busy day, and Friday almost impossible, an impossible day. Right. Yeah, and then it's 5 to 6 p.m. I do TED Talks. So this is why I block my calendar myself. Right. You can manage your time yourself so that nobody will send an invite at this time. What you're saying basically is that you're at this time you are not available for any meeting. Don't invite me for a meeting at 6 p.m. 6 to 6:30. Right. So then how do you want to invite someone for a meeting, right? How do you do that? The same way, we did, the first one we did here was, we said new email, right? When we wanted to send an email. Now you want to send somebody, you want to send an invite to someone for a meeting, for instance. Now, you come to new items. Gosh, this thing is very, can you see the screen at all? Is it possible to make it sharper? This is way better. I thought that was because I had to go and get my glasses. Yeah, this is way better. I had to go get my glasses, man. Okay. So, new items. Can you see this? So this new email, which is just this, basically. New email message, new appointment, new meeting, new group, new contact, new task, basically. And then what we want to do now is just to create a new appointment or a new meeting. So appointments are you have to go somewhere to see someone. You have an appointment with the governor of Lagos State, right? Yeah, I am booked. I have an appointment. I'm going somewhere, probably outside of the company or something, or maybe I have to go to see a dentist, for instance. I'm just not available at that time. So what appointment does for you is to help you block your calendar, basically. Then meetings are different. Meetings are like in a group. You call a group of people together. That we have to do this, and then you put a subject. So let's say, for instance, now Sam, yeah, can you give us your proper email now? WYRE Sam. Oh, at ymail.com. So Sam Wyrie at ymail.com. Yeah. So I'm sending an invite to Sam Wyrie at ymail.com. And the meeting invite is Talent Mine Refinery, day 20. And then location, so this one asks you for a location. So location could be a city or a venue. Yeah, it could, yeah. Takwa Bay. Right? Day 20 at Takwa Bay. It's going to be a fantastic time, right? Takwa Bay. And then what time? So you put on like the email, of course, when we did the email, you didn't get a location. Perfect. Is it today? Today, right? Today. So 6 p.m. I don't know, how many hours? You want 5 hours? I don't know. I won't be there, sure. I won't be there with you. So what we're doing basically here is that we're saying, we're sending an email to Sam Wyrie this is subject of this, because when you send a meeting invite, I don't know what you're sending me the invite for. You need to describe it just the way you do the subject in an email. You need to let me know that this meeting is to review the JS performance, JS or quarterly performance, to review the quarterly performance, or to review this particular document, or to do this, or to do that, right? Don't just send meeting invite, right? That's subject. Meeting, what meeting? What are we supposed to do in the meeting? What are the, do you have a proper outline of what are things to be discussed? What time is the meeting supposed? What are the outcomes that we expect from the meeting? What are the objectives of the meeting? Those things are very crucial, so that I can plan, I can prepare for the meeting. I will not just, enter the meeting and then I don't know what to say, right? You need to help me describe whatever we want to do. Of course, the venue, you need to tell me clearly where we're going to have the meeting. Is it in the office? Yeah, is it outside of the office? If it's an hotel, where? Which room in the hotel? So I know what to do. Your name or your first name on last name. Doesn't know your company. Doesn't know your phone number. I can actually be more specific. I can actually put all of that values there. But then most times, computer will do it for you after a while. If you keep exchanging emails, and when you're getting a response from me, if you send me an email and you put your email, your name shows up, it's going to update, and I will get the proper description. Right. So you see all my contact now. I don't need to memorize and say, what's your email? I don't need to do all of that, because how many emails do I want to memorize or keep a record of? So Outlook does that for contact. And then the last thing is tasks, right? So this task is kind of linked to your emails. Can you hear me at the back, please? Yes. Okay. So the task is quite linked to your email. So say for instance now there's an email that says, somebody sent you an email, maybe your boss sent you an email that says, you need to submit this review by tomorrow, right? Let's say somebody sent you an email that says, I need to submit the review by tomorrow. Who got the email? Sorry. You got the email, right? Can you send an email? You can send an email now, right? Okay, just send me a mail that says, submit the report tomorrow. Dear guy. Kindly make sure you submit the report tomorrow. Just send me that email. So the guys, remember when we sent the invite, I sent the invite to these guys now. They need to accept the invite. Sam needs to accept the invite. So on Sam's laptop, the email you're going to get for this invite that we sent for Takwabe is going to have accept or decline, right? Or propose new time. So maybe that time is not okay for you. Maybe you thought, you should be sleeping at that time. That's not working hours. There's no work after the working hours, right? So it's going to say propose new time. The question, for some clients, for Google, for Gmail, for instance, now yes, you'll be able to accept for Yahoo, you'll be able to accept your invite. Yes. My email is there, just reply. Just say reply or reply. So, like I said, for Gmail, for most major emails, you'll be able to do that. Because I work with some external partners that don't use Outlook. They still use their normal Gmail, or they use something, right, different. And I send invites to them, they accept the invite. Do you understand? So it's most likely it's going to work. What has happened is that probably you've not tried to use it before, or you've not probably got an invite before. So, but if you, Sam, can you check your email? Can you access your email? Okay, if you had internet, sorry, let's not waste time. I'm trying to. Okay, you've sent the email, right? So let's wait for the email to leave, to get here. Just need to wait. So let's not delay on that. So let me take you through the ribbon and the tabs. So this is very common to all Microsoft applications, right? So you always get the tabs, right, and the ribbons, and then some quick access toolbar. So I'll show you what they do. I will take you through each of the tools there, what they do. Of course, it won't make a lot of sense to you now until you actually start using them, right? Probably will not make a lot of sense to you. So they will fix all of this for you. You just need to start sending emails, basically. So let's start from the Home tab. This is where you send new emails from. This is where you create the new items one. You want to create a new email, you want to new appointment, you want to create a new appointment, you want to create a new meeting, a new group, new contact. right? So if I wanted to add Sam's to my contact, this is where I was going to go to. So new contact, then new task. So there's a couple of other things that you don't need to bother yourself with. These are stuff that are specific to my system. You probably not get them on your own. Question? Okay. Your name is Joshua. As many as possible, but then on a corporate laptop, most likely it's going to be restricted to just one, because companies don't like you to use your work system for personal purposes, right? But if you have your Outlook on your laptop, of course you can add as many as possible accounts to a single one. So what will happen is that when you come here, you'll see this. This is one, this is an email. You'll probably see all of them listed here. So you see the second one, third one, fourth one, and so you can, okay? And then perhaps you got a spam email from somebody that is saying, I'm Winnie Mandela. You say junk. You know, you need to block sender. You say it's junk, so the Outlook is going to move it to your junk folder, and then you block the sender so that you don't get emails from that person again. You just don't want to waste your time. Unlike the guy that has time, you know, you have your deliverables, you don't have enough time, you don't have time for your work itself. So not to talk of sending emails to someone that is not sure what he wants to do. And then when you get an email, for instance, you can reply to the email. So there are two types of reply. You can either reply to the person that sent the email to you directly, just a single person reply, or you reply all. So for instance, now maybe there was a person the email was sent to, and there were people the email was copied to. So now you want to reply. If you say reply, it only goes to the people. So look at this email, for instance. Let me show you. This email. Okay, so let me show you this email. This email last two was sent to me, right? And then a couple of people were copied in the email. Do you understand? Can you see? It was sent to me, and a couple of people were copied in the email. Well, it has an attachment, right? And the body of the email. So I can choose to reply. So if I say reply, what do you see? To the sender. It goes only to the sender of the email. Every other person that was on copy, that was on distribution of that email, they will not get any reply. So if I say reply all, of course, we kept them here. So that's why I'm saying reply and reply all. If you reply all, everybody, you know, that was on the distribution list of the initial email, they will get, you know, they'll get a copy of the email. And then you can forward your emails. You can forward emails. So say for instance, forward this email to someone, for instance, I'll just click forward. Just the same way you use your Gmail. It's nothing, you know, nothing spectacular. And then there's IM, instant messaging. So most corporate environments, because emails take some time, you cannot get instant response. You know, sometimes, yeah. Okay, so I'll be waiting to receive it then. So most corporate environments, because you cannot get an instant response, because some people have some times where they don't respond to emails. Some people respond to email only in the morning, some people respond only in the afternoon. Some people, if someone like me, I respond to email once when I receive them. I don't wait till a particular time before I respond. So, but a couple of people have, you know, their own what works for them best. So, you know, and you cannot change that, right? If you need to get an instant response from someone, the best thing is to chat them up. The same way you use WhatsApp, or you use BBM, or not BBM, DM. BBM is gone. So use IM. So instant messaging is what we use in the corporate environment is Skype for Business. So there's Skype for Business, right? Yeah, which is, because now you know. So I can chat with anybody. Of course, people are not online. It's weekend, so I can pick anybody and then just chat them up. You understand? Of course, this except the person that does not want to respond to me out, or we are fighting, or he, or he doesn't think I'm worth responding to. But of course, here I can easily just, you know, chat the person up, get instant response, because it's not everything you send an email for, right? You get like a lot of emails in a day, get 100 emails in a day. The best thing you can do for your colleague is just to make sure that you don't send emails that are not necessary, you know, just to make their lives easier. Okay, so I got your email. So can you see the notification? Please send me an invite with respect to the event. Okay, so this guy is saying I should send him an invite. You know, maybe we had a discussion and all of that, and he's just following up with me to send him an invite, like a formal invite, because if you want to have a meeting with me and I don't have an invite in my calendar, then that meeting is not holding. You understand? As far as I'm concerned, you are not ready for the meeting yet. So now he's asking for an invite. All I need to do is just to come here. Can you see? When I click on this, I say meeting. So this has converted an email to a meeting invite. It came in as an email, then I'm responding with an invite to the person. So I'll just put location. I say, you know, Ikeja, Lagos. What time? I put all the timing, whatever, and then I send to him, hi, Sam, kindly accept. Kindly accept. Right. So now it's going to be showing up on my own, because the time you put there is like in 11 minutes. The time I put there is like in 11 minutes. So that's 2:40. Okay. Of course, you can move emails around. Again, most of these things you will learn them when you start using them. It's going to look very abstract now, because you really don't have a lot of use for them. And then you can okay, the other thing I want to show you with regards to emails, a couple of things I'll just show you. So when you need to block a sender, I showed you how to block a sender. So let me show you again. Let's say I don't want to get emails from Sam again. Here. The guy is annoying me. He's following up too much. He's disturbing me. Or maybe he's just trying to. So, you know, you just come to junk. Come to junk. Click on the email. Come to junk and say block sender. So once I block you, your emails will not come to me again. It will just keep bouncing back. So that's when you send an email to somebody, maybe you're looking for a job. And you're just, you wrote that very good cover letter, your CV is like top notch. But then you sent the email today, you sent it tomorrow, you sent it like, you sent one today, sent one tomorrow, you sent one next. It was going right. And then you sent one on Monday. Then you kept getting Outlook something, Outlook 0365, cannot recognize it, you know. Then you know you are blocked. The email is not going anywhere again. Have you responded? What did you do? What did you do? Did you click on accept or what? Okay, so let's just quickly look at it. What are you using? You're using this is the Gmail, right? Do you have Gmail on your laptop? Mm-hmm. Just open Gmail. Yeah, open Gmail on your laptop. So you probably open Gmail on your laptop and then we'll see. Okay. So basically that's about Outlook. It's not a lot of stuff. It's not that interesting. It's just another Gmail. Think of that as another Gmail. A client for Gmail that just makes your use of Gmail better and more effective and efficient, basically. That's about Outlook. So you see here, I have a couple of folders here. This is to make my life easier because, you know, at work, you prioritize people over, you know, there are a lot of people you're working with. Some people are more important to you than others, right? You get an email from HR, you don't want to respond to an email from HR because what are they doing with you? But you get an email from your boss, or from your boss, or from your boss, you know you need to respond instantly, or you need to treat that, you know, so priority. So that's why you have a lot of folders here. So when I get an email from here, for instance, I know I need to respond instantly. Do you understand? Or when I get an email from here, so it's kind of like a, you know, hierarchy stuff. Do you understand? So you can just make your life easier, so you can actually create this kind of, you know, arrangement that makes, you know, so you can see when I have a new email from here, once I open my inbox, I start from here, then I go upwards. So the people that are very at the top are like the people that are reporting to me. So the people I'm reporting to are the ones at the bottom. right? So that kind of hierarchy, you can do that just so that your life is easy. Let me show you how to do that before we go. I think I just show you how to do that. Okay, let's go from here. So now you know how to block a sender in Outlook. So we can take that as done. How to mark message as read. If you want to mark a message as read or not read, it's here. So let's say, for instance, now there's an email. Let's look for an email that is not read. Okay, so these are emails that are not read. Do you understand? You know, they're different from these ones. Do you see the difference? Yeah, they are marked as you know, unread. Just the same way your Outlook, they are probably bolder or something. Your Gmail, you know, you see they are not read. Just tick here, read, unread, read, unread. You know, it depends on you actually. So when you open an email, it marks it as, so when I open Sam's email, it marks it as read. That's it, read. But I can still say it's unread. Maybe because I've not attended to it. Maybe there's something I think I need to do about it, and I want the system to keep reminding me that it's not read, right? So I can mark it as unread. Do you understand? Yeah. So that's done. Okay, mail merge. Mail merge is a tricky one. For instance, you want to send an email to Sam, you want to send another email to Adiola, you want to send a couple of people like that, and you want it customized. I want to say dear Adiola, I want to say dear Sam, right? I want to do all of that. But then, you don't want to send different emails. Maybe 1,000, want to send to 1,000 people. It's a lot of people, right? How do you do that in Outlook? I don't want to start writing dear Adiola, because all of them are getting the same email. The only thing that is different is just their name, right? I want to personalize to them specifically. How do you do that in Outlook? So what you need to do first of all is to, in Outlook, you start from Excel. You know how to use Excel, right? I'm sure you must have taken a lot of training on Excel here. What? Sorry, when did you start? When did you start the class? Ah, so this is your second class. Ah, so sorry. Okay. So Excel is Excel, basically. Okay. Yeah. Oh, see, we have you here. So what you need to do, you need to create like a table of, you know, names and email, right? You need to create a table of email. So just say name, or maybe if you want to break it down to even, you say first name, last name, just like a register, and then email. So let's use for 3 people. For one, send an email that's customized to 3 people. It could be as long as 1,000 people or 2,000 people. So Sam, what's your first name? Samuel. What? NAGBA. And your email is samwiry, right? At ymail.com. So who else? Adiola Owosho. Adiola is the first name. Owosho. At gmail.com. Who else wants to get an email from us that we've not sent an email to before? Can you access your email here? Can you get your email here right now? Okay, Adiola too. Oh. Adiola Excel. Excel. Sanusi. Adiola SNS at gmail.com. Okay. So we've created a register of people that want to send one female. Rihanna. What? Amo. Oh, sorry. Amo. Oh. Like this? Okay. Amo Rihanna. Oh, Rihanna. Oh. At what? Yahoo Mail. Yahoo.com. Okay. Rihanna. So this is wrong then. Okay. Okay, so we have 4 people that are going to get emails from us. So we've created a register of people. So let's save it. Who can remind me what we're trying to do here? Mail merge. Mail personalized emails. Thank you. Because you can be teaching and nobody's getting what you're doing. It's a waste of time. So let's save it on our desktop, which is a very bad place to save stuff. But let's call it mail merge. Mail merge. Now we have people we're sending to. Then you come to Outlook. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I will hold on sending this email. When we get to the word part, somebody just mark it, somebody just note it. We have for our register, somebody just note it. When we get to the word, when we're taking the word class, because it's better to just start from there. Yeah, somebody just note it and remind me when we get, when we're doing the word part of this whole stuff. So we'll come back here again. They all work together. 3 apps work together for this particular function. Okay, but we have our mail merge. The good thing about corporate environment is you become more valuable when you're able to just provide solutions, right? Of course, you're very good in your valuation, you're modeling very well, you're very fantastic, but almost everybody else can do that, right? But then what else can you do that others cannot do? That's what sets you apart in the corporate environment, right? Some other people, someone, one of your colleagues will probably be sending emails one by one. Send emails to the first person and then spend the whole week sending email. And at the end of the week, you want to review what have you done this week. You sent emails to 1,000 people. Of course, your computer could have done it for you in like 30 minutes or 20 or lesser than that, right? So you'll be way more productive. That's why they call these things productivity software. Makes you way more productive than someone that is not using them, right? So again, let's just hold off, or let's hold this until we get to the word when we're doing the word. Of course, we know how to send reply. Oh, okay, so this out of office reply. Imagine, for instance, now you are not in the office, like you're on a vacation, and then people are sending you emails, and then they're not getting a response from you. Maybe, you are working in Lagos, somebody else is working in London, somebody in Joburg, and that person in New York. You're working a team. Sometimes teams span across boundaries, across countries, right? You're working with somebody in Dubai or somebody in Geneva. You're collaborating, but they don't know. Your colleague in Lagos will probably know that this guy is, because you are not on your desk anyways. They will know you are not available. But then what about your colleagues in New York or the guy in Joburg? Will not be able to tell, and they will keep sending you emails. They will think you're not responding to your emails. It doesn't help your outlook, right? They think you're just prioritizing them. So the ideal thing to do when you're leaving for vacation is just to create an out of office, we call it office email. So you send automatic replies, right? So you just come to your file. This is one of the things you do in the file tab. You come here, you say automatic replies. So automatic replies is that, send, please, between this period and this period, anybody that sends you an email, send the person an automatic reply, because I will not be able to respond to that email. Just send the person an automatic reply that says, I'm out of office as part of my annual leave, and we'll be back so day. For very urgent matters, please contact my manager. Do you understand? So the person already knows that this guy I'm sending emails to is not available, right? This guy will not respond to my email at this date. So if the person needs a response instantly, the person will probably go to your manager or somebody else that is available, that is dedicated to. Because once you leave, business continues, right? It's not because you're on vacation, so everything else should wait till you are back. No, that's not the way it works. Somebody is supposed to back up for you when you are away. So you specify all of that here, and then you click OK. You click OK. So I'll just do this now. So this is for people inside my company. You see, there are 2 tabs. There's inside my organization and outside of my organization. I can choose to say the guys outside, I don't care about them. I only care about people in my company, right? The guys outside can wait till I'm back. I don't want them to know that I'm on vacation or anything. So, but then because I want somebody to send me an email now. Anybody that can send me, I want to send me an email so that we can see how it works. So I'll do this one outside of my organization. Okay. So who will send me an email? Who can send me an email right now? Please send an email. The email is can you see? PG, yeah. So yeah, I'm waiting for your emails. Okay. Who is sending email? Have you sent it? Yeah. Of course, I'll get your email. It's not like I will not get your email. I'll get your emails, but then what will happen is that you get a response that says that I'm. Have you sent it? Okay. So let's wait to get your email and then you'll get a response to your emails. Can we move? Any questions so far? Question? Question? Okay. Yeah, go first. Yes, there is. I just need to tick both of them. You see here. Okay, so you sent WhatsApp. No subject, WhatsApp. It's fine. Oh, yeah. Do you have a response? Just give it like a minute. So you probably.
Yeah, I got it.
So what did you get?
Hello, thank you for your mail.
Yeah. So the same thing when you send emails to some HR, you send your CV to them, you just get an automated response. This is the way it's done. You understand? Okay. I need to delete it already. Somebody wants to acquire my company. And block the guy. So I need to list and block the guy. Okay, good one. So you have a response to, right? Yeah. You probably get a response. So you can do it for both in the company and outside of the company. So all you just need to do is to say, you tick here. For outside the company to tick here. For people in my company, by default they will get it. It's not for people in my company by default. That's why you don't have the option of ticking here. But when you go to the outside of my company, I can tick and say I want them to get or not get. If I untick it now, after a while you stop getting the responses. But then of course I'm not on vacation. Don't send massive response. Okay, so that's about that. We can tick it as done. Oh, your question, yeah. Sorry, your question. Your email address has to have your. So it's a company policy. It's a company policy thing. It's not every time that there's a joke actually on that. I'll see if I can get that joke out before the end of the class. So some companies prefer your last name, your first name. Some your last name with your initials at the company domain.com or .anything. So, but it varies by company. Comes to company basis. There's no rule. What? It depends on the company. Are you talking about the email? You're talking about the email format.
I'm talking about now our primary purpose here is going to Lambo.gs.
Okay.
So what do we do now? Like, okay,
no, they will give you the email. See, you don't bother yourself about the email. When you get there, you get if you're picked, which I hope you all will be picked. I don't know. But then if you're picked, you get an email. Like they'll give you an email that has your name. That is like that. That's like what I put up initially. But the only difference is instead of at page.com, it's going to be at bamo.com. You understand? It's going to be at bamo, like at baml.com or at gs.com instead of at pg.com. Do you get that now? Yeah, so it's a company policy thing. Some use our first name / dot last name. Some use anything. My company is just last name dot your initials. Yeah. That's why mine is like that. ariwola.ai@speed.com. So it's a company thing. It's a company policy. Okay. Any other question? Any question? Okay, so we need to mark this as done now. Archive emails, I'll skip this. You don't need to know about this now. Archive emails when you have a lot of emails, like a whole lot of emails, and you need to archive them. So archive means that, of course, sorry, one class please. Attention. Yeah. Archiving means that you are packing, you have a lot of files in your cabinet. Now you want to, because you don't access them often. And then because there are a lot of them, you know, it becomes harder to search. Think of it now, you have a cabinet in your office now, and then it's a lot of files. Imagine somebody comes to ask for a particular file, now you need to go through all of them. So when you archive, you can say, this guy, I want to move my emails from 2015, 2017, I want to archive them. So archive them means that you're taking them to the store. Because you probably don't even need them as often as you need the ones from 2018, the ones from last month. So you archive those old emails, take them to a particular place, so that your box is kind of freed up, becomes faster to work with. You understand? But then it's not very important here, so I'll just keep it. And then the other one is you need to create an email signature. You want to create email signature because, you know, when you type your emails and all of that, it has to be a signature, right? And you don't want to be doing that every time you are sending an email. So you create a signature once and that's it. So let me show you how to create a signature. So when you want to create a signature in the Outlook, you just come to options here. So you click on the file tab, options, come to mail, this signature. I have one here, but I'll create a new one. So I want to call this my Talent Mind signature. So what do I want to do? I want to put my name. My name is Sam. My name is Sam Amadi. Right? Let's find a company logo online. Sorry, this is not the ideal picture because it has a lot of space, it's taking a lot of space there. But then we'll use it. So my name is Sam Amadi. I am the, what am I? I'm the research analyst at what? Sam Amadi & Co. Sam Amadi & Co. Limited. You know, the foremost consultancy, whatever, in Nigeria. Consultancy firm in Nigeria. You know, all of that. Then your logo, this picture is very big. Let me find a better picture. It's too big. Okay, let's use this one. I want to cut the edges out. It has a lot of edges I want to cut out. So that's why I brought it to Word. Although we'll get it later anyway. So when we get here, I will show you all of these things. So now I can copy it and bring it here. So I'll delete this former one and paste this one. Yeah. And then you can put all your phone numbers and everything that you want to put. So your phone number should come before all of this on. So you can, after your company, you can put your +234 807956 or something. If you have another phone number, you can still put it. +234, and then your email if you think you still need to put it. sam.amadi@bamo.com. So this, you've created a signature, right? You just need to save it. You've created a signature, you just need to save it now. But then maybe you don't think this is the best it can be. You want to format, you want to make it finer, right? Currently now it's using Times New Roman. You probably want to change that. I don't know, any other thing. You want to make some bold. Maybe you want to make your name to be bold. And then you want to make your email to be blue. The color of your email to be blue. Okay. So, we saved it as Talent Mind. So I'll save it now. Right. Now, what you need to do next, to use that email, to use that signature now, you create a new email. It's still showing my normal signature, but then this is not what I want to use. So all you need to do is just come here to the signature and say Talent Mind. Can you see that? Did you get that? You didn't get that. So I will do that again. So I said new email. New email. It was showing my normal signature. Because this is my normal signature on a normal day. So, but then I want to change it. I want to change it, right? So I'll come here and say new signature. Look at, can you see signatures here? I'll click on this one and say I want to use Talent Mind signature. This was the one we created. So, and then you can set the default signature. You can set this one as the default, and you can do all of that from the signature. That place where we went to the other time. So let me just quickly show you. Options, right? Mail, signature. I can say this guy is my default. So for new messages, for new emails, use Talent Mind. If you have multiple email accounts, who was about the multiple email accounts the other time? Yeah. If you have multiple email, you can specify signatures for each email account. This is where you just pick the email account. I have only one here. So you can say this email account, this signature to use for this particular one. So Outlook does all of that for you just by default. It does all of that for you. And then we pick Talent Mind. Once I say OK, then I save it. If I come here and I say new email, you see, this is my new signature now. So you can do it all over again. This is what you get. Okay. So what else do we need to learn about Outlook? So I'll take this as done. Calendar events for an email. We did that already when we responded to your email. Right, Sam? We responded to your email about the invite. So that's how to send calendar events to an email. Of course, purging deleted emails is like purging. When you purge deleted emails, so in Outlook, when you delete emails, it doesn't go directly. It goes to another deleted folder. Because Outlook, in a way, just want to think that this guy will come back and say, don't delete it again. Right? So it goes to a kind of recycle bin, a folder where you can go and pick it. So you see here, there's a folder called deleted items. Right? So when you come to deleted items here, you can see stuff here that you've deleted. And then if you want to take that from the system totally, you can say click and you can delete. Just do delete. So it's saying this will be permanently deleted. Right? It wants you to confirm that you actually want to permanently delete it from your laptop. Once you click OK, it goes off your laptop. It's never there. You can never get back again. Right? So that's how to do that. The other ones, you want to change attachment size limits in Outlook. Okay, so don't bother yourself about this. It's not relevant to this class. Import contact via CSV, most likely not relevant. Okay, backup data. So backup data will be done for you by the IT teams because they are technical stuff, right? Although there are things you can do on your own, it's very easy to do on your own. But then, just so that you don't crash your laptop, most times just don't do it. Go to IT and do, even if you can do it, right? There's somebody that they are paying to do that job for you. Just take your laptop, they drop it for them, and then they will do it. And while they are doing it, you get time to flex. Because without a laptop, there's nothing you can do, right? There's no work for you. Somebody asks you, my laptop is with the IT. I cannot work. Right? So you can do all of that. To back up your account, to your sorry. To back up your Outlook, you do that where you have your account. Oh, this PowerPoint. Okay. So you have tools here. Look at here. This is where you have tools. This is where you have all of that. You can back up stuff. You can clean up your, there was a time I saw email cleanup. You can clean up your emails here. You can say delete all emails from Sam. So this tool will search for all emails that Sam has ever sent to you and take them out of your laptop, of your Outlook, right? You can say delete all emails from this particular company, right? It will take out all of that email. You can say delete all emails from 2015 and before. Delete all emails. You can delete all of that for you. And then you can also move stuff around. So this is how you back up. You can say I want to back up everything in my inbox, or everything in my conversation history, or everything in my data. I want to back them up, or everything I've ever sent to anybody. Back them up. You click on this, and then it creates a backup for you. So it's quite very simple and easy to use. Then email templates. You don't need that now. So when there are times when you want to send an email to someone and then you want to be notified when they read that email, because emails are very dicey. You don't even know whether the person got it or not, right? You sent me an email, you sent me the wrong email, right? You're not sure whether the person you're sending to is the correct person that should be getting the email. To be sure that the person you're sending to is the right person, sometimes and that the person got the email and that the person read the email, you can send an email and then put a read receipt. So when I want to send an email to Sam, for instance now. Sam, you're getting a lot of mail from us today. Sam is getting another email. Another email. Testing is the name of the email. Testing, 1, 2. So I want to be notified when Sam reads my email. I want to know when Sam reads my email. So options, it comes to options in your email, options. And then I pick request a read delivery, a read receipt, or a delivery receipt. So when the email gets delivered, I'll be notified that email has been delivered to Sam's inbox, right? And when Sam reads that email, I'll be notified that Sam has read my email. So I'll get both. Testing. Sam, why? Yeah, do you see this now? Because Sam sent my email. Do you see, what can you see? So it has actually spelled Sam is, so Samuel is Sam Agbanagba. Remember when I told you that once I get an email from you, Outlook will already help me, you understand? So I don't need to memorize Sam's email. I don't need to do all of that, right? Outlook has picked Sam's first name and last name, and I've submitted my email accordingly, right? So testing. Let's send an email to Sam. Please, Sam, put your phone on. So we can be, okay. What?
Okay, so I've seen you now. After reading, it's not
yeah, do you want to send it or not?
Exactly. So,
yes. I won't get it. That's sad. Unfortunately, Outlook gives the person a chance to say send delivery report or send receipt report. The person, so Sam, when Sam is reading his own email, he will get a prompt saying, do you want to sender has requested for a read receipt. Do you want to send read receipt? You understand? So you can say yes or no. You understand? You can say yes or no. But then if you don't if you don't pick anything to send. So look at this now. Can you see this? So I know at least the email is in your inbox. I know. Whether I read it or not is another thing entirely. But at least I know that the email was delivered to your inbox successfully. Right? So I've got the first part, which is delivery receipt. I know that you got the email. The other one I need to get now is what? The read receipt. Have you read it? Have you read? You've read it. Okay, so let's just wait. Let's give it time. Okay, so we move forward. Okay, so the last thing I'll show you how to do is how to recall an email. So for instance, now you sent an email to you want to send you want to send an email to your friend at work, right? You know about the party that you're gonna have on over the weekend. and then mistakenly you send to your boss or to your CEO of a company, or you send to the whole company. You know, things like that happen. You send to the whole company. You want to send to your friend. I want to send to Adiola or to Sam or somebody, right? Or to Rihanna, for instance, now. And then I'm taking send to my CEO. What do you do in that kind of situation, right? Yeah, you need to recall it. But unfortunately, if the person has read it, you cannot recall. Once the CEO has read it. But the good thing is, most CEOs, they are probably not at work at that time, or they are in a meeting, so they're not checking their emails yet. So if they've not read the email, you can quickly come and recall the email. So you just quickly come and check your sent items, right? You'll be panicking, right? You'll be panicking, then just click on that email, open it up. Action. More, right? You're looking for it. What to do? Action. You found action. So action is saying edit message, record this message, resend this message. So you have to really record this message. So you have two options. You can either delete the message completely or unread copy. You can see delete unread copies. So whoever has not read it, you can delete the unread copies of that email, or you can delete unread copies and replace it with a new message. So maybe you didn't send to the wrong person, but you sent the wrong content, or the wrong body of the email was wrong, or maybe you didn't put an attachment and wanted to so you can recall and and reply with a new message. So it will recall that first one and then replace it with a new version of that email, right? So you can do whatever you want to do. Maybe put the attachment here, you can put the attachment and then you can send again. Okay. No, so so for people that are, it's not like that. So there are two types. For people that have not read it, to just not see it again. So there was in the office. I was looking through my email, and I just suddenly saw something like somebody flashed. I saw an email and then I didn't see it again. Then I started digging. So funny enough, the person that actually sent the email now came and said that I recalled the email. I saw it in like 2 seconds seeing. Like I was open, I could not see it again. That kind of mail you not see. But for those that have seen it, for those that have read it, to tell them that this person, like sender, has recorded this message. So the ideal thing for somebody, the ethical thing is that you also disregard it. Although you've seen it, but then you don't act on it at all. Do you understand? Although it's in your inbox, but because you got to understand that sender has recorded this email, the normal thing for you to do is not hold that person accountable for that email. You should not hold me accountable for that email again. Because I've said I've recalled it. That what? Alright, okay. It's because you've read it before. If you had not read it before, you probably will not get anything at all. So he got a notification that I wanted to recall that message. He got the notification on his Yahoo. So it's not just Outlook now. You're using Yahoo. So he got the notification that I want to recall it, right? But that was because he has read the email in the past, right? If it was an unread email, to just go from your inbox, you will not see it again. I think that's the last thing about Outlook. So we should just proceed with our class. Question? Yeah. What about what? I said when we get to the Word part. Yeah, when we get to the Word. So there is a Word like a pro. Who knows what Microsoft Word is? Who knows? Please, anybody, if you know what Word is. Yeah. A question on Outlook. Yeah, please, shoot.
So we know that Gmail reads our messages.
Gmail
Reads our messages.
What do you mean by read?
Now that they're able to suggest likely responses.
Ah, okay.
Right. So how safe or how secure is Outlook?
Okay. So again, Outlook is just a software on your laptop. Outlook is not connected to any server. It's not anything. It's just a software on your laptop, right? There is still your Gmail, and there is still my own P&G email. There is still the Bamboo email. There are things they call Exchange servers. So P&G, because they are very cautious, and Bamboo, because they don't want anybody to see whatever they are sending, they are managing their emails directly. It's very confidential stuff. Microsoft does not see my email. So there's a server that we call Exchange server. So if you come here, for instance, now, if you come here, So you look at this. There's Microsoft Exchange that manages my email. So what I have is a connection server that manages my email across all platforms. So whether on my phone or on my laptop or on the internet, because I can also check my emails on the internet. I can go to Chrome now and check and access my Outlook. This same thing you are seeing on my laptop, and I can go to Chrome because this is part of the whole O365 package, right? They don't get to see content of my email. My company policy prohibits them to be able to check my emails. In fact, nobody in my company can check my email. Even my manager cannot check my email, right? My email is my email. That's it. Nobody has access to that, except you. Maybe because you are playing on the internet, somebody installed a malicious program on your laptop, and then that program is reading your email in a way. But by default, nobody does that. The company manages the email directly. They don't outsource it to Microsoft. So Gmail stores your email. That's why they can read your email. Do you understand? They store your email on their server. That's why they can access your email. Outlook is just a software on my laptop or on the internet. It's a pass-through. Okay, let me give you an analogy. It's like hiring a cleaner to put your house in order. Do you understand? You have a 3-bed, for instance. Now your chairs are somewhere, you've not cleaned the house, or all those. Then you now hire somebody to help you take care of it, to take care of all of that. That's what Outlook just help you manage your email, manage your appointments, your events, your contacts. So it just manages them for you in a way that makes your job easier to do. Do you understand? Yeah. Okay, so who knows what Word is? Word is Word? Yeah, Word is anything is anything, right? Who knows what Word is? Yeah, just one person to tell me what Word is, please. Microsoft Word. Who has used Microsoft Word before? Okay, who has not used it before? Who? So I assume everybody here, of course, Word, of course, you have assignments in school, you need to use Word to just type. So basically, this is what Word is. Okay, that's not Word. Okay, so, we used to have Microsoft, we used to have all these typewriters, right? We used to have all of them. And then this person got she got carried away. Probably she was just transitioning from a typewriter. Okay, so Word is, sorry. So Word helps you create printable documents, basically. Documents that you can share. Word is what you use to create documents. So either an invoice, a letter, a one-pager like one page. Like one pager, we call them business times, just one pagers. They're like one page documents. Like from end from beginning to the end, just a one page document. Then you want to create receipts, anything that you want to create, right? That contains words. That's what you use Word for, basically. So whether so in this course now, I'll be showing you how to create documents. Then you understand the ribbon, just like we did for Outlook. I'll show you the ribbon and what they do, and then the backstage. The quick access toolbar, formatting your document, and then how to finalize your document. So I'll just quickly take you through all of that now. We start with the first one. How do you create documents in Word? You know that I'm doing something. So this is Word, this is the way it is, basically. We want to know the first thing we're doing is to learn how to start a document, right? How to start a Microsoft document. So this is it. We have a document open. We created a document now. But of course, it's not saved, it doesn't have any content, but at least we have a document open. It's like having a blank A4 paper. This is what we have right now. And then, how do we create a document? We've created a document. How do we save it? The first thing you need to do when you're working with Word, or anything at all, is to save it. So that, probably when you're working, imagine writing a document, because sometimes when you're working in your corporate environment, it takes sometimes a week or a month to write a single document. Because before you start writing the document, you do analysis, you get all your points, you review it, you know your line of thought, right? Once you've got to that level, you need to start writing the document. And then when you start, you don't want to now, when you're writing, you've written for like 2 weeks already. They've given feedback, and then you cannot find the document again. You don't want that, so you need to always save. So you save by doing Ctrl S, or when you come here to the File tab, you click on Save. So when you click on Save, you can browse for where you want to save it. You can save in the drive. So for people that, most likely this will be the case. For people that are on O365, you have to save in the cloud. This is what we do mostly now. You don't actually save on your laptop because there's only so much you can save on your laptop, right? But when you go to the cloud, you have like 50 gig of space, or like 1 terabyte of space, or even sometimes unlimited space, right? Nobody checks your space for you. So you can save in a drive, you can save in some other sites, or you can save in the PC, in this PC. You can browse for a place to save it. So let's name it anything. Let's name it Talent Mine document. This is our document name. Please, your document name should always reflect what you have in the document. Very important for you, and even for people that are reading, for people that get the document as attachment. Let's import a document. That document that we created, we want to import it now, which is like opening it. You want to open the document. So open, browse. Of course, it will be here. You already find it here because it's a recent file. But then let's go through the normal process so that we all understand how it works. Then we saved in documents. We saved in desktop. So you need to find your desktop, and then Talent Mine document here. Once you open it, you see here, you can see Talent Mine document here. So that's the file name. So that's how to create a document. Please, have you all created this document? Who has not created this document? Please, I want you to create a document and save it as Talent Mine document. Let's walk through it together. Have you? Okay, thank you. So now we've opened the file, or importing the file. We've imported or opened the file. There's a status bar just here. Here. We call it status bar. It shows you the current page you are working on. It shows the number of words in your document. It shows you a couple of other things like this that you can use to check for your review. When we get there, I will show you. When we get to this review, I'll show you how to use this particular feature. And then it shows the language you're working in. If you're working in the UK, or English, or the US, or if you are using Yoruba, for instance, now. So you can pick the language that you want to be typing in. Here, you can change your view. So you can change your read mode. For instance, you can put it on read mode, which is like you are reading a Word document. When we have content here, now we'll go back here, you see how it works. You can do the print layout. You want to see how it's going to look when you print it. You can do the print, which is the normal one that we use to write. This is the default view that we use. You can do web layout. So if I were to publish this document on the internet, how will it look like on the internet? If I were to publish it on a site, for instance, how will it look like? And then you can zoom in and zoom out. You know, you can zoom in and zoom out so that in case maybe you have eye issues, you want to see it, you want to be sharper, you can zoom in and zoom out. So just do the default 100%. Okay. So I want content for this in this document, right? So let's just get some content on the internet. I want to put stuff there. Let's pick something off the internet. Sorry, your internet is okay. Is it working? Okay, it's back now. So let's get Lorem text. Oh. What's up? Why is this slow? It's quite slow, no? Okay, so we have a lot of text we can copy. So let's just copy this and we'll dump it in our document. Let's go back to our normal view, which is the print view. So now we have stuffs in our document now. we have content, we have word, we have text in our document. Please, one class, please. I want you to focus. Do you have this text? Can you get some text somewhere, or just type something? Type a paragraph. Just type something with an header. So there's going to be heading. You put an heading, and then the body. Something very. I just want us to go through together so that we learn as we are doing that. Okay. I'll give you 30 seconds to do that. Just type something, type anything that comes to your mind. Just flow. What's that, this? You can actually open it up. It was because I changed to this view. I changed my view before. Sorry. View navigation. So here, a couple of things you can do, which I will show you when I get there now. I will show you how to use the quick access toolbar and all of that. But you can view. Stop collapsing. Can you see that? So when you go to, of course, we'll get there. I don't want us to jump. So we'll start from the beginning. We'll keep editing until we get to the end of the toolbars. The only thing I've shown you so far now is status bar, which is this one. So there's page 1 of 1, which is, this shows number of words. So if they tell you to write 300 words for your cover letter, and this thing is telling you this 301 words or 302, don't say it's, just make sure, just tidy it up. What can you notice? The first time you saw language here, right? No, there's no language here, right? Because this is what you're trying to figure out what language you are writing in. This is not English. Do you understand? The first one I opened for you saw language. You saw English, UK, and then we changed to US, right? But now there's nothing here that shows language, and there's nothing to provide this at all. So let me do something better. Let's get the text that is in English. Or we can leave it. Let's leave it. So do you have your text now, please? Okay. Please, again, I want feedback. I want the whole class to give me feedback when I ask for stuff. Please, can you hear me at the back, please? I want to be sure I'm carrying everybody along. Okay, so the next thing we want to do now is to show you, we know the status bar now. How do we close the document? Let's close the document again. You've closed it before. Let's close it again. So you come to your Word, Talent Mind document, you close it. You can open it again. Just come to File in the Word, File, Open, and then Open. Have you closed yours and open it again? Please close and open it again. I know some of you are like experts in Word, like there's no new thing you can learn, but then, of course, we all need to learn and learn more. I'm also still learning it anyway, so. What next do we need to do in Word now? So now we not create documents. We can create Word documents. The next thing we need to do is to understand the ribbon. So we need to learn the ribbon. So we start from the tabs. Sorry, one class. We start from the tabs now. The first thing here is the File tab, right? The File tab. Just like the Outlook one, it has, you can create a new document, you can open a document, you can save a document. We've done new documents. We've opened a document, we've saved the document. You can save a document as, sorry, this is, you can save a document as something. Maybe you don't like the name, or you want to create a copy for yourself. You can save as whatever you want to save it as. So it will bear a different name. Save as different. So it will save another copy of that same document. Maybe you got a version from your boss and you want to edit it further. So you just do save as, and then it creates another version that you can work on yourself before, so that you don't, maybe there was some comments in that first one you don't want to take off, so you can always compare. Okay, so now we have a different document. We have a Talent Mind document that is different from the first one. What else do we need to do? Let's go back to our slides. Okay, the tabs now. So we know how to save as, then the printing. Unfortunately, there's no printer here, so probably not be able to print this document. But of course, all you need to do is just to come and save file, print. You want to print a document. Of course, again, the IT folks will have done the the printer for you. They will configure the printer that you use. All you need to just to click the printer and then you send. Do you get? So when you send these documents to the printer, probably wireless printer, you just go and pick it up at the, at the printer, and then you can configure your printing. Do you want to print all pages? Do you want to print some? Do you want to print some particular pages? Do you want to print some odd pages only? Do you want to print some even pages? Do you want to print on both sides? You are conscious of, you like the ecosystem. You don't want to waste paper, so you want to print on both sides of the, and then your boss sees it as, what's this? And then these are collation. You want to collect it. Maybe you are printing multiple copies of a single document, multiple pages. You want to collect all page 1 together, all pages together, so that you can, you want to create a binder, for instance, now. Page 1, page 2, page 3, collated together, so you can, do it on your own. And then how do you want to, is it landscape or portrait? So can you see now? There is the landscape one, there's the portrait. And then what paper size do you want to print in? So again, these are all printing configurations. They are not your document configurations. Do you understand? They are not your page setup. Sorry, one class please. Your attention. They are not your page setup. Your document configuration is very from your print configuration. So when we get to where we need to set out, when we want to describe the page setup, you will see how different they are. Do you want to change your margin? Do you want to make it larger when you print or narrower? Margins can be very narrow when you print. And then how many pages do you want to print per sheet? Maybe you want to print 8 pages per sheet, for instance, now. So it becomes way smaller. It will now print one here, it's going to segment it in a way for you. So that's about printing. Of course, you can also share a document. Sharing document is, you want to send a document as an attachment via Outlook. Yeah. Sharing your document, you want to send your email, your document as an attachment via Outlook. Do you understand? We said initially Outlook is for sending emails, right? Now you have a document that you've written that you want to send to someone. How do you send it? You just come here and say share. In the previous versions of Outlook, you see send email, send as attachment. But then, they are just because of social media, everybody's saying share. So also here we're sharing. So you can share with people. You can share via email. And then there are options here. You can send as an attachment. Right? Can you see? Attachment. You can send as PDF. It will PDF it, and then put the PDF as attachment for you. You can send as XPS. You don't need this. These are Microsoft document versions. Not so popular. You probably never. I'm not sure you ever use it at all. And then you can send via Skype for Business. This is Skype for Business. Instant messaging. So let's send it via email. Send as attachment. Can you see this now? So now I have my email. What did you notice? The subject is pre-filled for you because of it picked from the file name. So that's why I said your file name should represent whatever you have in the document. It all works together, So now you just need to send to Sam. Yeah, Sam. Dear Sam, please find attached my review of the last pilot held in Ibadan. Kindly give your input. Regards, Amadi. See this now? So I'm sending an email to Sam. I started the email from Word. Remember, I started the email from Word, then we moved to Outlook. So you see they all work together, right? So I click send. When I click send, Sam should be expecting an email from me in a bit. Yeah. So while we're waiting for Sam's email to drop, we'll continue with our presentation. Of course, now we know how to use how to share a document via email, and then export documents. So perhaps you want to create a PDF document. You don't send it, you don't send it by email. You just want to PDF it, and that's it. So you can export your document. You can create a PDF or Express document. You know, just choose the format that you want to, most likely PDF. You can choose the size. Maybe if it has pictures, you want pictures to be compressed or not. You can choose all of that here, and then you can pick the name and publish. So this PDF, this is our document in PDF. That same document that we're creating in Word. Now this one is uneditable, at least not by default. If you want to edit it, then you need some advanced software to be able to edit this document. Let's go back to our Word. Okay, so now we know how to export. Please export a document. All of you should just export your document to PDF at least. Export your paragraph to PDF. Just from File, you go to Export. Export. So what do you have? Can you find Save As? Again, it's going to vary by version of Word that you are using, Office that you are using. So for most recent, this is 2016. For 2013 and 2016, you probably find Export. But for older versions, you probably not find it. Sorry, where can I plug this? For older versions, you probably not find it there. Any question? Question? What? Do you have the email? Okay, so he has the email he has all our emails here. He's a great guy. So he has the email. Can you see the attachment? Can you open the attachment? You can open, right? Okay. Okay, cool. So let's continue with our tabs review. So now after the File tab, we have the Home tab. So the Home tab, has a couple of tools. So these tools, they come in groups, right? And they are on the ribbon. So this area, we call these areas the tabs. So we have tabs, we have the Insert, Design, Layout, References, Mailings, Reviews, and View, right? So each of these tabs has a ribbon, right? And these ribbons, they have the tools in a group. So there is a clipboard group, there's a font group, there's a paragraph group, there is styles group, right? You see this group, everything from here is a group. This protection is a group too, paragraph is a group, font is a group, clipboard is a group. Under insert, you will see the groups again. You see pages group, the tables, illustration group, they are all in groups like that, right? So in the Home tab, for instance, now the first thing you need to know is the clipboard. So the clipboard helps you want to cut something, it's like a temporary storage. The clipboard is like a temporary storage, just like you are clipping something on the wall. Like maybe you write something, you tear something, you click on the wall. Think of it like that. So the clipboard is a temporary storage. For instance, now let's say I cut this guy out. I cut it out. Where does it go? It goes to the clipboard. You cannot see it again, but it's in my clipboard. So if I open my clipboard, can you see it here? It's here. I can click on it and drop it back. So when you click on it, it comes back here. What? I'll do it again, yeah. So I select this guy. I did Ctrl X, or I cut. See cut here, or Ctrl X. So Ctrl X or cut. Right? You can try it out. Please just try it out. Do Ctrl X. So once you do that, it comes to your clipboard, which I said is a temporary storage, and then you can drop it back. You can drop it back. So it's back here now. The other thing you can do is to copy. So when you copy, it doesn't delete it. It leaves the original version, but creates another copy of it and puts on your clipboard. So if I do Ctrl C, or Ctrl copy, it comes to my clipboard. But let's clear our clipboard first, but it's the same thing we are copying. So if I do copy, can you see it there? When I do copy, it goes to my clipboard. I can clear the clipboard and copy again. See this? It's there. And then you can paste. So paste, there are several formats of paste. There are several types of paste, right? So you can either paste directly where you are keeping the source formatting. Source formatting is where it's coming from. You're keeping that formatting. You can paste and then your margin format. So it's merging both the source formatting and the margin that you have there. So it's going to check which one has higher priority, right? It's going to check and then it will match the both formattings together. You can paste as picture. So when you paste as picture, you see this is a picture. The text are not editable. When you paste as picture, it's just a picture. You can paste text. So when you paste text, it discards all the formatting from the old guy. So there's no formatting at all from where it's coming from. So if where it was coming from, if it was in red or it was bold or anything like that, it's just discard everything and come and paste as text, as normal text, without any formatting at all. So let's come here, paste as A, keep text only. So take away every other thing, right? Even if it was in a table, you take away the table, you paste only text that you have there. So that's about the clipboard part. So then you have what you use to edit your font, right? You see, if you look at these things now, there's a way it looks in a particular way. There's a font face that is using, there's a font size, there's a color, which is black, right? The font type here is Dolphin plain, right? Maybe in your company, the font that you guys use is a particular font. Let's say Roboto or Arial. Let's say you guys use Arial in your company, then you don't want to write a document and use this font. So you need to use Arial. So you select everything. You can do Control A, either Control A, select everything, or you can select with your mouse and you hold the left click and then you drag over, right? You drag over and then you can type the font face that you want to use. You can see that it's different from what I have below, different from what you have under here. So you do that. You can also make some bold. Maybe you want to make the heading bold. You can make it bold and change the color. For instance, you can change the color to red. I don't know, whatever works for you. Change the color to red, and then you can make this guy maybe a little bit bigger. Right. So that's about, you also have italics. Italics you use to make emphasis, right? So if you are writing a document, you do italics. It emphasizes that you are actually stressing something there, right? That's what you. So maybe you want to say dummy text now. You want to emphasize dummy. So you can make it in italics. The other way of making emphasis is to underline. You can underline. Maybe you want somebody to note. You want somebody to not miss that line, that point, or that word. So you can underline it and say electronic. Select it and come here. You do GU. You can underline. I don't know if you can see it, but if you cannot see it, let's make it bigger. Can you see how I made it bigger? You just come to the status bar, and then you click on zoom. You zoom in. So when you zoom in, it makes it bigger. It comes out at you. So we emphasize this one, and then we underline this. Your choice. So let's do it. Let's do it this now. You want to bold, italics, and underline. But why? No, it doesn't. So they all have different use cases. Just when you make something, when you make it in italics, it already emphasizes it. Whoever is reading it knows that you're trying to emphasize something there. Yeah. So, but you can do everything. You can do everything on a single. So we have what we call superscript and subscript. So ever wondered how they do x squared in something, right? You want to do x squared or x or b raised to the power 2 or b base 2 or something like that. They use superscript and subscript for those ones. So let's just quickly do one now. Let's say we want to do lorem ipsum, and then we want to do superscript here. This guy is superscript. So just write it, and then you come here. You see x squared. Just click on it. Takes it up. Can you see? Yeah. And then lorem base 2. Lorem base 2. Select this guy, it comes down. So you can use it for x2 or b2 or something like that. For guys that are science guys, they know how they C2, B, something that they write in chemistry classes. So that's how to use that. But beyond this now, there are a lot more tools here. Okay. So there is a style one. You want to style a particular, you want to put effect. right? Of course, for graduates, right? So you know these ones I'm talking about, right? All the 1.1, 2 point something, 2.0, the shitty stuff. Right? Any question from them? You want to? Any question? Okay, cool. Okay, so like that. So we have all of that. Apart from heading, you also have body. You have title. You have subtitle. You have the body. All these ones are body styles. These guys are body styles. Are you getting it, please? Okay. These are bodies, and you can apply them. Also, you can even change your default styles if you like. You can edit your styles if you wanted to edit them. I show you how to do that now. You click here. You can select a particular style, and then you can edit it. You can modify that style. So if you want your own heading 1 to be a particular size by default, there's a way to go about it, right? You come here. Let's say our heading 1 now. You know heading 1 today is what? Let's apply heading 1. Heading 1 looks like this. Now we want to change our default style to make sure heading 1 looks in a different way. So you can come to heading 1, click here. Are you here with me? Yeah. Click here, then modify. Right? You can change the name of heading 1 to maybe your name or my style. Question? Oh, sorry. Unfortunately, I don't know how I'm going to position myself now, but just maybe look to my back. Can you see? Okay. Can we all see the screen? Okay. So there's heading 1. You can change the name and put maybe my style or my heading 1 or anything you want to call it now. Of course, this style is building on something. It's building on the default one, so that you can just come here and say, I want my heading 1 to be Arial. The font space should be Arial. The size should be 24, bigger, and then the color should be red. And then I want it to be bold, and italics, and underlined. You understand? I want to be bold, italicized, underlined. So when you click on OK, what can you see? So anything I put on heading 1, if I come here and apply heading 1, you see, that's the way it's going to keep looking. Heading 1. So you can do that for all the other style elements here. You have the heading 1, you have the title, subtitle, subtle emphasis is italics. So see emphasis here. See, just italicize it. That's how to do emphasis. You want to make it strong, bold it. Strong, make it bold. You want to put a quote. Quotes are usually centered. Quote, usually centered. So what else do we need to learn here? The last thing on this board, on this ribbon here, this is a ribbon. Again, this is a ribbon. Tabs have ribbon in them. Ribbons have group of tools that you can use to format your documents. So here, you can imagine you got a document. Maybe you guys created a document. You want to send the letter to CBN, for instance, now, and then it was supposed to be addressed to Dr. Emefiele or something. And then you mistakenly put Sanusi, and then the document has Sanusi in multiple places, right? Your boss gave it document to edit and change the name to Emefiele, right? One way of doing it is to go through the document one by one and look through and say anywhere you see Sanusi, change it to Emefiele, right? Probably take you 30 minutes or 1 hour, no time, right? Of course, you can say it's small time, so you take the pen and do it. But then the better way of doing it is just to come here and say find. When you find it, you can replace it. There are tools there that can help you find and replace. Just do it in like 2 seconds. So why waste 30 minutes if you can do it in like 2 seconds? So you can find something in the document, you can find and say, I want to find lorem. So it shows you every instance of lorem in this document. Can you see it's highlighted now? Everywhere where you have lorem, you can see an instance of it. So everywhere is highlighted in yellow. Every instance of lorem is highlighted, and then you can go through one by one to find out which one exactly you want to change. But then now we want to change from lorem to porem or Salem. Yeah, let's go to Salem. So to do that, you just come to replace. So what do you want to find? You want to find lorem and change it to Salem. You can either replace one or replace all. So if I replace now, you keep changing, it will keep changing on each of them. It's changing lorem to Salem. The other way of doing it is to say replace all lorem to Salem. And to say, ah, guy, I've done it. I made 25 replacements. So that means we have 25 instances of Salem or lorem in this document that we change to Salem. So you can check it now. We have what is Salem ipsum. You see? So every instance where you have Sanusi is now Emefiele. Question? Question? You have a question? Okay, cool. So if you have a question, just call me back. I will address your question. The other one we need to attend to is the insert. So we have insert. Here, you can insert it. Replace all, yeah. You can replace all to change everything, all the instances of, yeah. So let's say you can insert a cover page, your document. Question? D to I. Let me understand that. THE to what? Okay. Okay, so you will see here. Let me see an example here. Okay, so find and replace. Let's go back to our home tab where we have the replace. More, right? You can use wildcards. There's advanced. Let me see advanced. Advanced find and replace. Okay. So let's say you want to replace D, and then there is one guy that his name is Mathy, M-A-T-H-E. You don't want to become M-A Mahai, right? Doesn't make any sense. So you will see what we say full word. There's a place where you say match case. Yeah, look at this now. So this guy is saying find all words only. Right? Can you see? There's an option to say find all words only. Something that is not an all word, it won't select it. So let's do one. Let's do an example. So you want to change the man is crazy. The man is crazy. The man is crazy. He is very thematic. Right? So look at this now. Can you see? Yeah. The man is crazy is very thematic. Sorry. How do you edit this now? You want to change high. Sorry. The man is crazy. You want to change D to high, right? Or Mr. something. Let's say you want to change D, but you don't want this other one to change. Select it. Come to find, replace. Right? Replace D. So the first one we will do, I will do the default situation where it's going to change everything, right? I want to change D to I. So replace all. So can you see this now? It's saying I man is crazy. He is very I-matic, right? That's not what you want. What you want is I man is crazy. He's very thematic. So you go back. Let's do Ctrl Z. The man is crazy is very thematic. So select find all words only. All words that are D. Change it to high. Replace all. What do you have? Your result. That's what you want to achieve, and you've achieved it. Do you understand? There are other options here. You can match case. Maybe you don't even want D. You want only D that are at the beginning of a sentence. You don't want D that are. You don't. The man is the crazy fellow. The crazy fellow. Yeah. So you want to change this D. You want to leave this one. So you can select it and replace D with capital T at the beginning. You match case. Case is what case? Is it uppercase or lowercase? Right? Match case and then you replace all. Can you see that? So there are a lot of options you can play with. Just try to, find your way around, play with it, and then you'll be able to find your way around all of this. Imagine, do you know how you can use this one? So let's say, it becomes more interesting. For instance, now there are a lot of words in your document, and then you want to change. Let's say there is handsome, there is awesome. You want to change some in both of them. You want to change, so you want handsome to be handful, but you want awesome to remain as awesome. And then, so we're still on this stuff. Now we know how to do replace, to find, select, and replace. Of course, you can select. Select all is just Control A. You understand? Select all is Control A. Select object is a picture, for instance. You want to select a picture. We have no object here at the moment, so once we have an object, it will show you how to select an object. And then, let's go to Insert. This is the second tab now. You want to insert something. Maybe you are writing a paper, and then you want a cover page for that paper. Cover page for that paper. So all you need to just come to cover page here. So there are like some predefined cover pages that you can just use and use in your document. You don't have it? Do you have it? You don't. What do you have? But do you have insert? You have insert? Yeah. What version of Word are you using? 16. Then you have to be there. Yeah. Just the leftmost part of the page, you see insert cover page. So here you have a predefined cover page here. You can just change your abstract, do whatever you want to do with it, change the picture, do the title. So it's done for you by default. Do you get? Yeah. So it's all done for you by default. And you can also save cover pages. Maybe you design one for yourself that you want to be using. You can create it and save as a template that you can just be applying as a cover page. And you can get more. You can get more from the internet. If you have internet access, you can get more from office.com. So it's going to set the internet for you, and then you can get and use in your document. Yeah. Of course, you can also insert blank page. Maybe here now, I want to insert a blank page here. All I need to do is just select, put my cursor here, and then insert blank page. So it's going to leave me a blank page. The other way of doing this is to do Control plus Enter. So if I want to insert a blank page, I can come here and do Control plus Enter. So it will take everything that is there from that place where I put the cursor to drop it down to the next page and leave this page for me. Control plus Enter. Control Enter at the same time. So you can also do page breaks. Page breaks are like, from here, I don't want anything to happen on this page again. I just want to go to the next page. I don't want anything to happen on this page again. So you just need to put your cursor somewhere in the page, and then you put page break. So I cannot type here again, except from here. I can type from here, but I cannot click anywhere here to type. So this guy now already has a page break. So the way it works is, if you want to see the page break, maybe sometimes you're working in a document and it's very messy, you don't even know what you did wrong, it just appears in a particular way. You can come here and click on this guy. There's one tiny guy here. Can you see this guy? Check here, go to Home, yeah, in the paragraph. Have you seen it? You can click on it. When you click on it, you will see the things down on your, you see all the formatting elements. So you can see the page break. So go to Home. Your document will be very ugly. Your document will become very ugly, but then it's just to help you. Can you see? Have you seen it? Is anybody struggling with it? So you see this. Who is struggling with it? Have you seen it? Okay. So it kind of brings out all the formats. So if you see the spaces now becomes dots. Can you see the dots in between the lines, in between the words? You see one tiny dot. Check your document, you see all the tiny dots. A dot means a space. This sign means an enter, means you are doing a new line. This is a new line. This is a new line. This is a page break. And then you can come here, click on it, and delete the page break. Can you see? You can click on that particular guy and delete your page break. You can click on this one and delete the enter, which is the new line. Delete the new line. So it's like you're picking all the elements of the document on their own and actually editing them. So once you are done, just undo. Just click on it again to take away all these guys. So the document becomes normal again. Okay, so that's how that one works. Now we've inserted cover page, we've inserted the blank page, we've inserted the page break. The next thing to do is to learn how to use tables. Tables are very important, in fact, very, very important, because most times when you need to summarize an analysis, for instance, you need to summarize something, tables are going to be your best friend, right? So you need to learn how to use tables very well. So you come here, let's create a table. Page breaks. Okay, so page breaks are like from this section downwards. I don't want anything on this page again. This page should break and start a new page. What that means, all it means is that start a new page. Yeah. So typically, the way you see it is after a section, maybe you're writing a project, for instance, after a section 1. Once you're done with section 1, you do a page break and then it goes to the new section. So like just think of that as a page break. Section breaks are different. I'll show you section breaks. There's page break, there's section break, right? Page breaks are like after a page, just go to the next page. I don't want to put anything on this page again. Just move on. So let's do it again, right? We did it here in the okay. So we inserted a page break from here, right? Typically, it's not even here that you use page break. Typically, you use it elsewhere. Like you click on it elsewhere. This is just a short way of doing page breaks. The normal way of doing the page breaks, I'll show you later. You want from here, you don't want anything again on this page. Just click on page break. Click on here, the last point you want on that document. Click on that point, and then do a break. Click on break. Then from here again, you start typing. This is the beginning of a new page in my life. Yeah. So nothing here again. Is that fine? Okay. So let's learn how to use tables. Tables you find under the insert. Insert is everything you can insert in a document is what you find under insert. Everything you can insert. What do you want to insert? How many rows, how many columns do you want? You want 3 columns. How many rows? You want 3 rows or 2 rows. Yeah. Then you click OK. So it gives you a table that is a 3x2 table with that 6 cells. So typically the first row is usually for the heading, table heading. So you do last name, first name, and email. First whatever. So now we're going to come here and mail merge. Let's copy Samuel. We'll put Samuel here. Let's just copy and paste. Can you see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to copy a table. This is a table in Excel. I want to copy this table. I want to put it inside Word. Right? But when I copy here, you see what it's doing is that it's dumping all this content in a single cell. But that's not what I want it to split and say Samuel Agbanagba, and the email should be here. That's what I want. Sorry, something is blocking here, right? So what I want is Samuel Agbanagba, then the email should be there. So I'll delete this one, right? I'll copy again, copy, which is Control C, or copy from here. You can copy, you come here, I'll do my right click, and then I'll go through these options. I can merge tables, keep source formatting. I can merge tables together. I don't want to merge formatting, I want to keep link and existing formatting. Link and this one, pictures, no. So select your cell, Control C. Yeah, so look at it now. So you come here, I want to copy this row and paste it in my table in Word. But I don't want to do one, I don't want to copy it, I don't want to do this. I don't want to come here and do this. And then I start copying here, I start copying across. No, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to do this. You see, I don't want to do this. Although this one works, but it will take longer, right? What I want to do is, I want to be able to, sorry, this thing is disturbing me. Okay, I want to be able to just copy everything at once and paste it at once, right? So I can copy from here, come here, do my right click, and then I see these options here. So this one tells me next table. So what this one is doing is that it's putting a table, it will put a table inside of a cell of another table. So what you have here is a table. See? I can select, I can give it border. Can you see the table inside of a table? But that's not what I want, right? The other option is to do this, merge table. This is what I want. I want to merge the tables. You see, it has, you know, even though this is wrong, first name, last name, email. Can you see? So we have our first name properly, you know, pasted. We have our last name properly pasted and email properly pasted. So then I can create more cells, more rows, and paste. So once you get to the last part of a table, if you want to create a new cell, just do tab. Come to the, you can nest. If that's what you want to do, you can nest it. You can put a table inside of another cell of a table, of a different table. That's nesting, right? You can merge tables. You can insert them as new rows. Create a new row, but put everything inside of it. That's not what we want to do, right? What we want is to merge both tables together. So that's what we have now. I think that's about it for tables. And then for tables, you can do a lot of formattings for tables too. Formatting so that they look better. You can delete all the cells you don't need. Just select them. Come here. Come to the right here. This thing will change. The cursor will change. To change. Once it gets to the side, it's changed. And then you can right click. And then say delete row. Delete row. You can select these two. And then you delete. So now you have your table now. Just the way you can do for paragraphs, you can do the alignment. You can also do the alignment for tables. You can say you want your cells to be aligned, center alignment. Just come to table design and layout. You come here, you can do your alignment here. In fact, for tables, you get more options for alignments for tables. You can align towards the top of the table. You can go towards the middle of the table, towards the bottom of the table, bottom right, bottom left, top right. You know, anything you want to do for tables you can do. Do you see that? You can also change the text direction. Maybe you want your text to go upwards or downwards or sideways. 45 degrees. You can select them. Say for instance now, I want this guy to go like this. Are you with me? I want the first name to go like this. So I come here, I will do text direction. Can you see? So you keep clicking, just click first name, it's going downwards. The other one is going like that. You have more options here. What? Question? Sorry, you have a question? Okay. You have more options here. So. You have more options for table. So you can come to table properties. Just right click on the table. Select the table from here. Select the table. Right click on the table. Do table properties. Right? So you can change the tables. You can say I want my tables to be of this particular height, maybe 1 centimeter each. 1 centimeter each. I want them to be centered. Everything in the table to be centered. Text wrapping should be, around. That's what you have. Do you understand what I'm saying? Any questions? No questions, yeah. Let's go back to the default one. Let's change our cell direction to be normal. And then height should be. And then alignment should be centered. Change the height. You can change the width of the table. Anything you want to do, you can do it here. And the good thing is, when it comes to design of tables, Word comes with a lot of default designs that you can just apply to your table. And then so that you don't waste a lot of time trying to work around designs. You can just come here, apply designs. Apply anyone you like to apply. Once you think it's good for your work, it makes your work come out in the best way possible. Can you see that? Do you understand how I did this? Who does not get this? Any question here? Can you all do this now? Yeah, that's what I'm asking. You cannot do this, right? So what I did, we started from here. We had this table that we created. Now we've put all the information there, but we want to make it look presentable, or at least look fine a little bit, right? Just select your table. Come to design. There's table design. So once you click on the table, a new tab will open it, or will come up. Once you select the table, there's a new tab that comes up that was not here before, right? It has design and layout. We've used layout. Now we want to use design. For design, now you need to select. Just come to, so we have some predefined design elements, design styles that you can just apply to your table. So you come here and then pick anyone you like. They're all there for you to use, right? So you pick, let's say we pick this for instance. Now we have to find table, at least a table that is good enough to be presented, right? If you don't like this color, you can change the color. If you don't like the color, still under design, same design of this style, same color of this style. Maybe what you wanted is black and white or blue and white. Do you understand? And then you can still change the colors of a particular cell or of the whole table. Of the whole table. Can you see? You can pick any color you want for the table. Once it's good for what you want to do, and then you can change the borders. Do you see the border now? Border here is currently yellow. Border is yellow and it's light border. So you can increase it. You can make it bigger. increase the weight of the border, borders and shading. Come here. You can increase the weight of the border. So you just need to apply the borders now. Can you see this? Do you understand this? No. Who doesn't understand this? You don't understand, right? Do you understand? You can do. Have you done it on your system? No, you have it. Definitely, you have it. You have a table. Do you have a table up already? Let me see. So you can. Sorry, can I get there? Okay, you take care. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, so you have a table. You want to apply styles, right? Just select your table. You have this here. So you all have it, except you're not applying. So I want to see your tables now. I want to see your tables formatted. I want to see your tables formatted. Yeah, that's it. But put content. Yes, that's it. Quite very easy. Yeah. So most people here, I think they have it done. Yeah, that's good. The table.
I'm good with
Oh, you're good. Yeah. So you're the champion of Excel of Word. Good. You're not doing it. Why? You don't think you need it? Yeah, but why you not? You know it already, right? Okay, cool. Okay, so let's continue. So once you apply the format, that's about the tables. You can change the default the header. You can make it another color. Maybe make it a little bit, maybe deeper. So just select the heading. How do you select? You bring your cursor to the side. It will change, and then you click. See, currently now it's text. You bring it to the side, it will change. Different from this. Bring it to the side of the table, it will change. So you select a particular row, and then you change the color. You can do all of that. Whatever color you want to apply, you can apply, right? So that's about the tables. What? Question? Any question? I cannot hear you. You want to show me something? Oh, okay. Let me just say that. Okay. Okay, so you want to delete it? Yeah. It's because you have this thing on. Which? There was this thing. You clicked it on, so you need to click it again. Okay. Are we fine? Okay, so let's continue, please. So now we've inserted the table. We know how to use tables now. The next thing, okay. What? This one, how to do that? So just bring your cursor here. It will change a particular style. To change, select the cell or the row. Select that row that you want to change. And then come to design. Come to shading. To shading, and then pick any color you like. Do you get it now? Do you understand it? Do you have it? Okay, so that's about that. The next thing we need to learn under design is how to use pictures in our presentations, right? One class. Yeah. So for pictures now, you come here under the insert, still under insert, you come to insert, click on pictures. Then you can pick any picture you like to use in your document. So you need to have a picture before you can use in your document. Are you doing this now? Are you doing this? Insert picture. So go to insert, click on pictures, and then click on any picture that you have on your laptop. Insert pictures, then pick any picture, and then do OK. Can you see? I want to see your picture. Do you have a picture up already? I want to see your pictures now.
Exactly.
Cool. Perfect. 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 Yeah, please. Cool. Okay. So, but this is very big. This is very, very big, right? Can we make it a little bit smaller? Just make it smaller. I want to show you something. Just make it a little bit smaller. This size. Like 30% of the width of the page. Done? Okay. So imagine you want to do a text, you want to do a paragraph, right? You want the text to be one side, or the picture to be one side, and then text should be at the other side of the options for text wrapping around pictures, right? Whenever you have text and picture together, you can wrap text around the pictures anyway. You can either do it in line with text, which is what we have today. What we have right now is in line with text. So put picture on a line as if it was a text. So that's why you see all the space is wasting. It's putting picture in the line as if it's just a text. Do you understand? Yeah, but that's not what we want is to do square, either square or tight or true. So when you do true, when you do square, it will come to the side. So it's treating the picture as a square. So that's why it's giving it space, right, as a square. Do you understand? It's treating the picture as a square. So that's why it's clearing to the right or to the left. So if I drag it now, if I drag it here, it will clear. Can you see the behavior? It's clearing for the picture. But it's a block it's a square, right? You can also do some other ones. You can do tight. Okay, this one is just to save you space. Same as square, but very tight. Like instead of giving a lot more space, look at it now. So just notice something here. Tight is just another version of square that is tighter, like has smaller margin. So just look at that small part. Can you see the space that's given? So tight has smaller space than square. And then there's true. When you run true, oh, sorry. Are you with me, please? Are you doing this? I want you to be doing it so that you can learn. You learn by doing, right? Just practice it so that you can also get all of this I'm doing. So now we know square, we know tight, we know true. There's top and bottom. Top and bottom is like, I don't want any text beside the picture. I want text only at the top of the picture and bottom of the picture. Nothing by the sides. So look at it now. If I drag this guy now, can you see the behavior? It doesn't allow anything to come to the sides. Right? Nothing to the side at all. So every text you have is either at the top or at the bottom of the picture. Nothing at the sides. You can also do behind text. So this one takes the picture behind the text. That's why the picture is there, but you cannot see it. Can you see can you see? So it takes the picture behind the text. You can also keep picture in front of text. Picture in front of text now. So picture will cover the text. This one allows you to put the picture anywhere in the page. You can put the picture anywhere in the page. Right? Anywhere you want it, nothing will stop you from moving it around at all. The other one that you can do is You can also edit it yourself. You can edit it yourself, edit the wrap point yourself. See? But I think this is only for 2016 users. For older users, you probably not get this feature. That allows you to, do you have it? Edit point. Interesting. Good. So it's going to, if you do this now, picture is there, but it's wrapping around in a different way, such that I can do this kind of thing. Can you see? Again, right? So this one is just a funky way. Imagine you want to wrap a text around a circle, for instance. Now, okay, I want to wrap a text around this guy. You can, apart from all the previous ones that we've, all the default ones that we've seen, the behind text, in front of text, square, the tight, and the true one, you can also do edit wrap point. Edit wrap point, what it does is it will give you like a something you can work with, right? It will give you some points that you can use to edit your, to set your wrap point. And you can even add more. You can add more points. You can delete a point. This will be useful for like a, maybe when you have a circle, for instance. Now you want to wrap text around the circle, you can do like a circular wrap, add points, sorry, you can do like a circular wrap or whatever shape that you want to create. You want to wrap the text around it in that particular way. It will create it for you. But again, I don't think it's that useful anyways in business use. I'm not sure the usefulness of this one. Okay, so I think that's about wrapping pictures. Pictures can also get, okay, question? Okay. Imagine, so it's asking the difference between send backwards, which is here. You see bring forward, you see send backwards. Here, for if you right on this picture, you see send to back. You will see send backwards. You see send behind text. You will see bring to front. Sorry, you see bring to front. You will see bring forward. You see bring behind text. Bring in front of text. So it's asking what's the difference between all of these guys. So I'll do something for you now. I will give you, I'll do a box, I'll draw a box, I'll draw a shape. See, they're overlapping. And there's a text here. I will do the normal wrap text, I'll do behind text or in front of text. Okay. So there's a shape that is staying on our picture and the picture is staying on our text. Right? Let's say I want the text to be the one that is in front of every other person. I want the text to be on the shape, and the shape should be on the picture. All I need to do is to say, guy. I selected both of them. Right click on them. Send to back. Send to back again. Send. Sorry, let me do this. Okay. So this guy now is in, I want to take this guy to the back of the text. This text box to the back of the text. So I'll say send backwards. Send backward. So send backward will say which guy is behind you. The guy behind the shape is the picture, right? The guy behind the shape is the picture. So it will take the shape to the back of the picture. That's send backward. If you say send to back means go to the back. Not one, go to the back. Like it's like a queue. If I say send backward is one step backward, one step. If I say send to back is go to the back of everything that's on the queue. That's send to back. It's just English now. Send to back is to the back. Send backward is one step back. Send front is send forward is bring to front. Bring forward is one step forward. Send to front is go to the front of everybody. So for instance, now I can say let's say I have more of this. I have more of these shapes, and they have different colors. They have different colors. I want to bring the blue guy. Can you see? I want to bring this blue guy to the front of everybody. To the front. Right? One way of doing it is to do it one by one. I can say bring forward, bring forward, bring forward. Do you understand? I can say bring forward. If I click on this now, I can say bring forward. Okay, I don't know why it's not working. But then there is bring forward, which ideally is supposed to take it one step at a time. But then, and there's bring to the front. Bring to the front is working here. So when you do bring to front, it's supposed to bring it to every other person. Which is this. Let's say send backward. So send to back, there is send backward. Yeah, this is working, right? And then send backward again. So now this guy should be at the back of the blue guy. Can you see? It's behind the blue guy. So that's the function of all those guys. Now the last one is send to the back of text. There's a text here. And we've said the drawing tool should make it, let's say, wrap a text. We did our text wrapping to be in front of, currently now it's in front of text. Currently now it's in front of text. Now I want to say, bring this guy, the tail guy, to the back of the text, the gray one, back of the text. So just say, right click on it. Right click and send to back, send behind text. Now you cannot see it again because the text is covering it up. Okay, so that's about all of that, working with these kind of things. So we started with our picture, so let's continue with our picture. Pictures can have borders, right? Borders, just to make it like a album kind of thing, for instance. Now look at this. Now you can give your pictures border just the way we can do for text. There are some predefined design elements that you can use here. All of this, you can have shadow, you can give it curved borders, you can do anything you want to do with it, basically. You know, put all your borders. There are more design elements. You can put some other effects like the glows. You see it's glowing. It's glowing in yellow. You can do soft edges. Soft edges just take away the edges of the picture. And then you can give it bevel. Bevel is make it 3D. Yeah, picture tools, format. Okay, so let's continue. So with inserted pictures, you can also get pictures from the internet, from newer versions of Outlook, of Word. You can get pictures from the internet that just search, but you need to be careful when you're using this in your corporate environment, because you don't use a picture that is licensed for your document, and then you get a company into a problem. You can be sued for using pictures that are not, that you don't own. So here, when you use it, you need to be very careful. You can search for man. I think our internet is bad again. Okay, yeah, it's working. So you can search for man, and then it brings all kind of man that I want. You can search for black man. Black man. Okay, you see? We have it here. So whoever you think is black here, you can select. This one is black. You select it. So can you see something behind here? Can you see something here? You said you are responsible for what? For respecting others' rights, including copyright. So what they're doing is that they are not taking, they're not taking it. This is a disclaimer. Of course, we're searching for you, but use it at your own risk. If you think you have the right to use it, use it. If not, don't use it. So that's what they're, basically saying for you here. So pictures you don't own, don't use. So click on it, insert. We have our fine black guy here already. So bear in mind that you can also insert pictures into tables. Pictures can go inside tables, they can go anywhere. So imagine I want to put, we have another column that says their picture. So here I want to add a new column. So I will click on the table here, I'll right click, I will say insert column to the right. Insert column to the right of this table. I can say pictures. Say pictures now. Now I want to put their pictures here. Those pictures. So just say the same way. Insert picture. Let's say this is one of them. And then the other guy is here. Do you understand? So you can, what? You don't get it? Okay, what does she get? Okay, so just click, have you created a new column? Okay, so create a new column, click on the cell that you want to put the picture in. Have you done that? Go to insert, pictures. Who else has not done it? What? Have you done it? Picture inside the table. Okay. Can we continue? Okay. So we come to now we know how to insert pictures, we know how to insert shapes, we know how to insert pictures. Shapes are here. Any shape that you want to add, whether it be a square, rectangle, circle, however you want to do it. And inside shapes, you can put text inside of them. So just once you insert your shape, you can add text to the shape. So this is a text inside a shape, basically. It's a text inside a shape. Insert design. Okay, you can also add charts. You can also add, the same way you can put tables in your document, you can add charts to the document, right? Charts are like all the graphs, all the pie charts, so there are two ways. I'll show you. Yeah, just when we get there, I'll show you. But then we are here in charts first of all. So you can either create your chart inside Excel and copy the picture or the final whatever into Word, or you can already, if you have your data points already, you can create the information inside Word, and it works that way. There are different kinds of charts depending on what you want to use. But for the purpose of this class, we will do column or line. We do column chart. Yeah. We have a chart here. Has some predefined figures here. They put some figures here for us by default. So they've created a. Have you done this? Can you insert? Do you have the figures? Yeah. So you can walk around the figures, change the series, whatever you want to do. You can create another column. Create another column, category 5. Can you see? Another category 5, put values 4, 0, 1. Can you see? Are you doing it? You don't have your laptop? The battery is low. Well, just join with her so that you can. Are you getting it? This feedback. Are you getting it? Feedback. Have you done this? Okay, please do it and let me know. Any issue, please just let me know. Okay. Can we move on now? Okay. So this is a chart, right? You can edit the values, select data. So if you want to change data of this text, for instance, this guy, you want to change data, just right click on the chart, Any on the chart, right click it, and then edit data. No, not compulsory. Word can work separately from Excel, like they can work in Excel. You can edit data. That's why it's giving you that small stuff to edit data, Look at this type. It's like a mini Excel that you can quickly use to edit your data here. But it gives another option. If you check it, it gives another option to edit data in Excel. So there's one option to edit data in Excel, or to just edit data. Yeah, it works. So you can edit in Excel. So change data to Nigeria, Cameroon, UK, United Kingdom. Iceland. Yeah, Iceland. So series 1 can be male, female, I don't know, mixed. So you can see you have 45 males in Nigeria, you have 30 female, you have, I don't know, total. So you have 30 males in Cameroon, you have 56 female, total will be, so you have 60 male in UK, 20 female, 80 mixed. And then for Ukraine, for Iceland has 10 male, they have 12 female, and then Ukraine has 22, 33. Okay. So can you see it? So this is the chart. And then you can format it any way you want to format it. You can make it more beautiful. You can, just the way you can format anything, you can format. So again, Word comes with a lot of predefined styles that you can just apply to this stuff, just to make it easy. You see the way they are changing. A lot of predefined styles that I can just apply to your designs. It's a design, just a design, nothing. And then you can put chart title. Chart title. Chart title is what now? What do we call this chart? Gender split. Split by country. You can make it bold, you can underline it, you can change the font. Whatever font you want to use. Question? What? You cannot find chart title. So if you cannot find it, just right click, come to this chart. What version are you using? What year? What? 2013. So 2010. So click on the chart. Did anything come up by the side? By the side. Okay, right click on the chart. Can you something like legend, layout, and format? Go to layout. Can you see layout? Layout. Can you see layout? What do you have? Click on the chart. What do you have there? Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, click on the chart. Yeah. So you have layout. Yeah, just look up. No, look up to the tab. You see layout. Yeah. Then you see chart title. Click on layout. Click on it. Chart title. Yeah. So it gives you an option to either put at the center. Yeah. Welcome. Okay, can we continue? who else is having issues? So you can play around it, work around it, try to see whatever works best for you, which one is finer. But then always bear in mind that your chart, whatever chart you're using in your slide, in your document should represent the information you want to pass across very well. There's no point putting a slide that's not understandable, right? It doesn't do any purpose. If people can understand, the reason why we use charts is to make the information easier to understand, to digest, right? And to put in perspective. You know, imagine me putting this table for instance now, this table, if I click on this table, sorry. You're taking our data away, I can't find it. Okay, imagine me putting this table in my document, right? I can put this table in my document, right? It works. But what will make it better and visually, you know, what will make it easily understood is if somebody can easily see the gravity. Because this one, of course, it tells me that UK, there are more people in UK. There are more females. There are a lot more male in UK than there are a lot more male in UK than there are females, right? But then, if I'm not careful, I'll probably miss it. If I'm not careful, right? The other way of doing it is just to put the chart, and then, you know, merely looking at it, I can compare male and female. I can already see that, man, they are almost as, you know, twice more males in the UK than there are females in UK, right? So charts help you visualize your data, helps you present your data in a way that's easily understood by the audience. So that's chart. You can also change the chart. You can change your chart, and the same way we have for all these all the stuff that we did for charts now, all the wrapping, the same way we did for pictures, you can also do it for charts. So if you want your chart to be square, you know what it means now. The square, the tiles, the true top and bottom, you know what it means, right? What top and bottom means what? Yeah, I want text only at the top and bottom. I want the chart size to be free. So let's see the way it looks now if we choose that option. So we've given the chart the option, so let's go and put inside the text to see how it's going to present itself. Okay, so it's here now. I'll bring this chart down here. Okay. Can you see? Top and bottom. So text top, text bottom. Can you see? So just try it on your own too. Just see whatever works. But of course, a lot will work. Then wrap text, you can do through, which is, you know, all the sides. Tight is here. Tight is a square, right? Square, but gives lower margin. Then you can do square too. You can do in line with text, which treats it like a line of text. In line with text, treats the chart as a line of text. So it only gives it space that a text will have taken. That's the only space it's going to give that chart. So every other space here will be wasted. All the other space here will be wasted. It only gives it this space. Okay, so what other thing do we need to learn with charts? So let's say midway during your, you know, when you are doing your document, you just think, man, this is not the best slide. This is not the best charts to use for this kind of data. And then you just think, I want to change the chart. So all you need to do is just to come to design and change chart type. You see here? So for those using 2013, you find it at the left, top left. You'll see one change chart type. You find it here. For 2016, is at the right. So change chart type. It's going to ask you what do you want to use now. Is it this 3D one? So you can same data, different charts. You can use line charts. You can use pie chart. Do you understand? What? So just select the chart. What year? So 2016? 27. 2007. Wow. But that's that's 11 years ago. Okay, so you can use there are a lot more charts here. You can try them out, but again, bear in mind it has to be, you need to be careful. The caveat here is that whoever you are presenting to has to be able to understand whatever, because look at this chart, for instance. You know, it's not easy to understand. Of course, it's just there. It's right data, right? But then it doesn't really tell me much. What he's saying is, I don't even know what he's saying. Right? So just be sure that your charts represent information you want very, very well. And don't try to say you want your document to be, you know, elegant and all of that. No, it doesn't help anybody. Documents are supposed to help you communicate in the, you know, in business environment. If your chart is not communicating, better not put there at all than put a chart that is wasting your time, that's redundant here. Okay, so we've learned how to design the charts. You know charts now. There's also what we call smart art. Smart art are, you know, you get it from 2013, you get smart, 2010, you get smart art. So 2010, 2013, 2016, you get smart art. Sorry, you have 2007, do you have smart art? No, smart art. Can you check if you have smart art under your insert? Smart art. You see, that's the way God works. You think it's over, but it's not over. So you can continue with your 2007. So there is smart art, right? Smart art are supposed to help you, you know, in the past. If you wanted to create like a flow, for instance, now you'll have to draw the boxes, put the text in them one by one, draw the arrows, draw the connecting, you know, whatever. But with smart art, you just need to select whichever one you think is best, and then you put your data in it, format them however you want to, and that's it. So it makes your job way more faster and easier. So think of it now. You want to, say for instance, you want to do like a cycle, like let's say you want to do this. You want to do a chart that shows stages of something, or like something is revolving around something. You just need to do this math. I don't know. Let's find something else. Can you give me something that we can do with smart art? One data we can represent in smart art. Let's say a list. Okay, yeah, this. So now we have pictures of people. Let's pick some people's picture. We have Samuel what? Agbanagba. Samuel Agbanagba. Maybe you're putting together a list of people that are going to, I don't know, put a picture, you put their name, Andrew Echi. Okay, so this is like a smart art, for instance. Now this is a smart graphic, and you can add more. Actually, you can add more to it. So if you want to add more, just look at the graphic, just click on this side. So you can add more stuff to it, and then you can extend it however you want to extend it. It just works. So there are a lot of these graphic elements that you can use in your presentations. Yes. How do you add more? So like I said, there is this arrow at the side, the left side. There is the arrow at the left side. Can you see? Click on that arrow. It will bring out, show you, to give you like a. Do you have it now? No? Let me see it. That's it now. You have yours at the right, left side. I'm talking about this guy. The arrow is out already. So you can add more from this left side, from that pane. You see that pane at the left of the chart, of the graphic? Yes, that's where you had more. Just click on it, then you press enter, click on it, press enter. There are a lot of other ones that you can use in your document. But again, as with charts, be careful. Be careful that it doesn't distract, it doesn't look playful. You understand? You need to be careful that it doesn't look playful. What? Okay, so just come here. Here. So you see one arrow at the left side. Click on that arrow. Something will come out. In that stuff that came out, so you just need to type more into it. Type more, press enter, type more, press enter, type more. Can you see? Yeah. Anybody else? So again, I'm giving a caveat here. When you're using this kind of charts and this kind of graphics, you just need to be careful that it doesn't look playful. You understand? Because there's a thin line between presenting information in a creative way, playful with your document, right? Imagine, okay. Just be careful, make sure it's presenting information and it's not anything else. Yeah. And then, okay, so documents have, there's what we call headers and footers. Headers and footers, right? So headers are like what you see on the top of it. When you see a document, for instance, now you see maybe the company name. Maybe you're in a textbook, for instance, a text, for instance, you usually have some document, maybe the topic that they are discussing, chapter, title, or the book title will probably be at the, you know, maybe one right, top right, and then at the bottom you see the page number, you'll see some other things, right, at the bottom of the document. So, you know, how to do that in Word. So you come here. You can either do it here, when you say headers and footer, just click, come to under insert, so come to header, insert header. You can edit the header. So here, so you just type anything you put here will replicate across. So you will see it across all the other ones, all the other pages that you have. Okay. Yeah, but we'll probably not be able to finish. Maybe next time we'll continue next time. But most likely not. Yeah, sure. I discussed with Femi already on this. Because time is quite short, yeah. Okay. Are you guys tired? No. Please don't be tired. Are you going to learn PowerPoint? No, it's the same thing, basically. So Word and PowerPoint. So when we get there, all these things that we've done here. No, Excel not today. Like I said, PowerPoint and Excel are almost, tools are the same, right? So the only difference in PowerPoint and Word, PowerPoint and Word, yeah, are almost the same. The only difference is just the use case. So when you use Word for documents, you use PowerPoint for slides. But the tools are the same, basically. I can guarantee you that. Everything that we're doing here is the same thing you're doing. The tables are the same tables. The styles are the same styles. Yeah, I'll just take it through, just show you, just to make you, just reassure you that they are the same thing. Whatever you're learning here is the same thing as PowerPoint. So they're no different. Yeah. To focus here. Yes, please. Do you want to? If you want to, yes, we can. I have the slides for it here anyways. But then when we get there, you realize that we just be talking about the same thing we talked about here. But then a couple of things that we'll not talk about in PowerPoint, which is like the transitions and then how you want to animate your slides. Basically, Control L, align center, Control E. You understand? The same way for the text. So if you select a chunk of text, you want to align them left, Control L, align them right, Control R, align center, Control E. What's justify? You guys have it. So justify, Control J. So this guy's currently align center. You can change the same way you can edit text. You can edit everything here. You can change the font face, change the font weight. You can make it superscript, change the subscript, anything you want to do. Change the color, make it funky. You know, but it's always be there. But then the other one we'll talk about is the footer. So footer, the most common footer is what? Page number. That's the most common footer. It's a page number. And it's a tricky one because, you know, It's unlike a header that it's just a single text that is showing across. Page headers show the dynamic. Like there's 1, there's page 2, there's page 3, right? So one thing I will show you, I don't know if anybody is going to ask this later on, is imagine you are doing a document that has there's section 1 to 5. You know, section, you know the way they do it. One, they write those ones in Roman numerals, then they do not start on that one, the proper numbers. How do you do that in Word, right? So I'll show you that now. So let's make this guy show a little bit. It's kind of dim. I don't like it. So I'll change the color to red. So change the formatting. It's not sharp enough. Okay. Okay, so headers by default, except when you print them, when you are in the document, they kind of like fade out in a way, just so that you know that they are headers. They will just kind of fade out. Yeah, they're not part of the body of the document, right? And then at the foot of the page, that's what you have. That's what you call footers. One type of footer, the most common type of footer is what? The page number, right? How do you add page numbers to your document, right? So what you need to do is just to, be with me. Come to the bottom of the document, of a page. Bottom of the page in the document. Most likely the first page or the second page, depending on if you have a cover page or not. So mostly the first page or the second page. So open it up. Once you click on it, a new tab will open up called Header and Footer Tools. If you don't click on this, it's not open up, right? It's not open up. But once you click on it, you will see a tool that will come up that says Header and Footer Tool. It has its own tools too. A group of tools that that you can use for headers, you can use for footer. But what we want to do right now is the page number. So we want to add page numbers to this document. What kind of page number do you want? Is it top of the page or the bottom of the page? Or let's do bottom of the page now. Is it to the left, to the center, or to the right? Right? To the right. Let's do right. And do you want to accent it? There's this, you see some documents, see one page, or all those kind of things. So they are all here. You can do all of that here. They are just styles in Word that you can insert. Or look at this style, for instance. Now look at this style that shows. I'm sure you've seen this before somewhere. Somebody has done this in his document before, right? Yeah, exactly. You see them a lot in textbooks. Yeah. So once you've done that, now you go to. So there's 1. Next page will be 2. Next page will be 3. Here, the volume is covered. The next one will be 4. Let's drag this guy away from there. 4. That's 5 and 6 and 7. You see? So kind of very simple, right? That's just it. So then I said I will talk about something. So we need to now proceed there now. But before we go there, something else I should also show you is there are a couple of more things that you can put in your header and footer. Date and time, maybe date that document was written or was edited, document info, maybe the author name, the file name, and then this takes me back. When you're working in a corporate environment, there are a couple of things you should take very seriously. So which is like the document description. So here, I almost missed that. Thank God I remembered. So there are some things you see here. They are called properties. Very important. Whenever you write a document or you create a slide, you should always ensure that properties are correct. The reason is this: most of these documents go into the cloud. If you want to do overkill document info, you can put the author name around the images. Where is the image? Okay, these guys are images, so let me just delete them. Let's change this page type. Let me just use a normal one, and then let's do document info. Yeah. So now my name will show here across all the pages, and then I can put one small dot here. However I want to do it, it should be like I'm the one that wrote it. I wrote this document. Right, wherever the document goes tomorrow or next tomorrow, my name is always there. It's very important. because it gives you visibility. Right, that's how people know you. Okay, so we were doing design, we were doing insert. Now we know how to do page numbers. Please remind me, I'm going to talk about how to do section, all those kind of, page numbers that has Roman numerals, then, transcends to proper numbers now. Just two things now that what's the first thing that we're going to talk about later? The merge. Please, let's keep that in mind. So text box, how do you use text box? Of course, the other time that we used shape, basically that's text box. In the past, text box used to be kind of different from shapes, but in recent versions of Word, they're just like the same thing, right? There's really no difference between a text box and a shape. So it's just a rectangle that you can put text inside. Do you understand? How does this one help you? Can anybody tell me how it helps? Why sometimes you may need to use this text box? Exactly. Maybe you just want to do some tiny capture somewhere. Yeah, you just want to do something somewhere. Exactly. That kind of thing. So it helps you without destroying the layout of your document. It helps you just do like something tiny at the side. So you can use text box, you can paint it, you can color it however you want to. You can fill it too with different colors. But again, it should not be distracting. That's the principle. You should present information very well. It should be a summary, really. Actually, if you are doing a summary, it should be a summary. It should be simple. You should not do like colors, not a lot of colors, just 2 colors. I'm not sure you should use 1 and 2 colors in any document. 2 colors max. So, because you can do the font, you can change the font, anything you want to do, basically. What else do we have in the insert? Okay, so we have less than 1 hour. Then we need to move fast. Okay. Let's move to design now. Okay, design, good enough. We talked about design earlier. We talked about all the styles, and now we can create our own style. In fact, we created a style, which is heading. What? No, that's not. It's not here. The margin or the text. No, we're not there yet. I'll show you when we get to layout. Yeah. So design. We talked about design earlier. When we change the heading, we change the style, give it the color. That was when we did the Salem guy now. Remember? Yeah. So this is where they are by default. And then there are themes, document themes, and then you can create a theme yourself. You can browse for theme, you can edit a theme, create a theme, document theme, like the font. So when you create a document, when you open a document by default, what color do you want it to be? What font face do you want? What size is it? How do you want the adapter to look like? So that's like a theme. Like the way you apply themes to your Android phone. Themes. How do you want your icons to look like? That kind of thing. So that's the same idea for themes. Okay, cool. I think we should move on now to layout. Yeah. So layout is where you set. The other time when I took you to print layout, print preview, when we wanted to see how the print works, you saw a couple of things there. You saw the page size, the margins, and all of that. But when you get to print is where page layout is where you set it for the document itself. So what margin do you want to give a document? Is it narrow margin? Is it is it wide? Do you want your document just be in the center? Your text just be in the center? Imagine I give my document this kind of margin. So let's create a new document. I want text to only be in the center, just one small square in the center. All I need to do is just to create my margin, and wipe out the bulk of the page. So there's top margin, there's bottom margin. The paper size is what? There's 21 centimeters. The width is 21 centimeters. The height is 29 centimeters. I can set the margin to be 20 centimeters. Crazy margin, 10, 10. 10 at the top, 10 at the bottom, 10 top, 10 bottom. Yeah. Then the left, I'll do 5 cm, 5 cm. See the whole page. Just center of the page. All these other places are margins. Do you understand? So that's what you use margin for. You used to set it. And good thing is when you have the ruler out, do you all have the ruler? Can you see the ruler up here? You can easily use it to edit your margins and your paragraphs. I went to layout and then margins. Layout, margins. What? I just use a random. I wanted to show you how the margin works, like how you kind of shrink the document, right? Margin is what you leave. You know, when you say A4 documents, there's a place where the text starts from. Margin is everything before, everything on top before the text, everything by the right before the text, under before the footer, before the last text. That's margin. So, you know, see the margin here? It's almost half of the page. It's gone in margin. So apart from margin, you can also set the orientation. And then here, you can set the orientation. You know, is it portrait? Portrait is standing straight. Landscape is okay, so this will be portrait. Check the whole, if you check the whole object, this will be portrait. But when you check these individual designs, this is landscape. So landscape has higher width than the height, right? Landscape, the width is higher than this, like a rectangle that is sleeping. Portrait is a rectangle that is standing, basically, yeah. And then the size of, you can change the size of your document depending on what you want to do. If you are doing a letter A4, you know, if you are doing an envelope, this is an envelope, right? This will be an envelope that's portrait. Landscape, this will be an envelope. Yeah. It's not showing. So you go to view, yeah, go to view, and then you click on ruler. You see your ruler there. Okay, so you change your, you know, your size depending on what you want to do, right? If you want to do like an A3, you can, A3 is like double of A4, right? A2 is double of A3. I don't know, is there A1? No, there's no A1. Okay, yeah. Then there is A5, there's A6, you know, it becomes smaller. Yeah. So let's, yeah, so the part where I talked about now, there are stuff called breaks. You've seen the page break, right? But we have type of breaks. We have section breaks, we have, yeah, section breaks. There's section breaks and then there's page break. You've seen page break works. All it does is just to take everything else on this page, take it to the next page. Page break, nothing else on this page. The other one is section break. Before we go there, we should see columns. Columns work in a way. Let's create a new document. Let's get our lorem text. So how do you create this kind of thing in Word? Yeah, that's basically what we want to do now. How do you create this kind of thing? That has this header, that has this one, and then split into two. Continues down, and then split again. Do you understand? How do you create that kind of layout in Word? So let me copy this. I'll copy everything here, and then I'll dump it. So we now edit it to create this effect. We want to create this effect in Word. Do you understand? We want to create this same effect in Word. So copy that. I hope I did. I copied it here. So, but this one's already done. So I'll just, I will clear the format. How do you clear the format? Control A, come to this guy. Can you see this guy with an eraser? Clear the format. So now this is what we have, and we want to go back to what we have here. Do you understand? Yeah. So how do we get there? Please pay attention so that we can learn as much as possible. The first thing we need to do is to, you know, get this guy. Of course, we don't care about the font. We can always get the font. We need to make this guy bigger and maybe make it a font that we like to see. Let's make everything Roboto. Okay. I want to make everything to be Roboto, and then this one to be specifically bigger. This one should be bigger. I selected it. I want to make it bigger. It's too big. Then I want to make it centered. So after making it bigger, I'll make it centered here, right? But I think my margin is taking up a lot of space. Right, look at my margin. It's a lot of space, no? Because I want it to be on just one single page. So I will come here. I'll come to this guy. Can you see it has changed? Then I'll drag it up. Right? Did you see that? Okay. So the next thing we need to do now, the ruler. So go to view. Go to view and then ruler, select ruler. Yeah. So next thing we need to do now is to, let's look for a font that is close to this. Even if we don't have anyone like that on my laptop, let's look for a font. So I can, when you say anyone, just let me know. Anyone that we should use. Is there anyone that is at least close to it? No? What? Bradley. Okay. No, it's not exactly close. I want this font. Let me see if I can get it. Let's use Dolphin. This one. Dolphin plain. I don't want to do it. Sure, I don't have it. Okay, let's use this one. Okay. So next thing we need to do now is to make this guy, this quotation that he put here. So the first one is bigger than the other one, and then they are both on a single line. They are both on a single line. So what that means is that either you increase your margin or you make them smaller, right? Either you reduce your margin or you make them smaller. I think let's just reduce their font size, and then the alignment is center. So we do center, but the one above is bigger than the one below, and it's italicized, it's emphasized. So here we'll make this one bigger. Sorry, make it bigger, but not too big, and then this guy will become smaller. Make this guy smaller, and then we'll make the one on top to be in italics. Italics. Yeah, but you notice something. The space between this one and this one is quite big. It's quite large. Shorter space there, right? So what you need to do is to select both of them. Select both of them. Come to paragraph. Here. See paragraph? Come and select. You see here where they put line spacing. First of all, do single line spacing. Let's see. Does it change? Yes, it changed a little bit, but it became wider. Right? It became wider, actually. Yeah. So the other one you need to do, after doing that, you will now come to paragraph again. You see here, before. So this one says, after each line, you should leave before the next line. That's what this one is saying. It said you should leave 8 points. I think it's too much, so we'll do 2 points. Can you see? So after each line, in fact, most times I do 0 points, because I don't see any point where, I don't see any point of, yeah. You see? Yeah. So what do you need to do next? Look at their lines. They put a line here. How do you insert a line in Word? So there's what we call, just come here. Here. You see borders? There's horizontal line. Can you see horizontal line? Where? Insert. Oh, here. Like you draw a line. Yeah, but that's not the best case use. Of course, when you come here, you can draw a line. But of course, you now need to start bothering about it, whether it's straight or not, or it's bent. You understand? Yeah. But this one is a proper line. Like, that's the purpose. Do you understand? Are you with me, please? So I want feedback. People at the back. Are you tired? You're tired? Sorry, we'll soon be out of here. Let's just finish this. What? Yes, you can. You can, I think. Yeah. You see? It doesn't, it's an horizontal line. However you want to, it's horizontal. Yes, you can. Okay. So what we now need to do now is this. We need to modify this to make it look like what we are saying, right? It comes in columns, right? There are 2 columns here that we need to work on. So, but currently now we only have 1 column. Our body is a single body. We only have 1 column. What you need to do here is to break your text into 2. So from here, you just need to select. You come here, select the beginning of this text, select the beginning of the text, and then come to layout, come to columns, pick 2 columns. Sorry, that's selected. What? Okay. So we are here. Come to columns. There's 2, there's 3 columns, there's left, there's right. Just select 2 because 2 is what we want. Are you with me? Yeah, but then it's selecting it wrongly. So it's selecting to the whole page. It's applying the column to the whole page. It's applying the column to the whole page. But that's not what we want. What we want is from this, after this line, break into column. Don't add to the top upper part of the column of the page to it. So you come to this page again, come to this place again. Come and select your column. You see more columns. You will now see apply to this point forward. So I will go back now. I'll go back to here where we started from. I'll say column, but I won't pick 2. Right? I'll come to more columns. When I come here, I'll pick 2 here. But when it comes to apply, you can see, just look at this here. This is not what we want. What we want is from a particular point, start applying the column. So I will say apply to this point forward. Can you see? Apply to this point forward. Can you see? You can also try that. So let's say we select the old doc. Is this the old text? Yeah. Select the old text. Column 2. Okay, it works too. It works too. So you can do justify. But then this space in between, I think it's a lot. It's a lot. So you can come and do column. So you can reduce the spacing to 1 centimeter. Maybe even lesser than that. Sorry, are you understanding, please? I can go back and explain if you don't understand anything here. Okay, so now we know how to do columns, right? Then you need to make this one bolder, all the paparazzi but at least now you know how to use this. So, but then this thing ends somewhere, right? It doesn't go all the way through. Do you understand? This thing ends somewhere. It ends where you have the etc. So everything after the etc should not have the. Let's reduce our font size a little bit so everything can fit into 1 page. Okay. So after here, anything I'm typing, after this etc, anything I'm typing, I want it to come to be like a whole line. I don't want columns again. After here, I don't want columns, right? Or I want to add a line. Let's add a line, like the horizontal line that we added initially, but I want the line to be full on the page. So what you're going to do is to come to the beginning of this place, beginning of the line, or after the etc. Just select it, and then you come to layout again. You come to columns, more columns, 1, this point forward. Do you understand? You know you want to change back to 1 now. Currently we were in 1 before, we changed to 2, now we're going back to 1, right? Yeah. So now we want to go back to 1. How do you go back to 1? You come to the end of this etc. Right? Come to the end of this line. Go to columns, more columns, 1, this point forward. From this point forward, I want to number these pages. How do you do that? You know, insert page number. So what do? You come to header and footer, either under insert, or you can open up the header and footer and then insert it like that. So when you come to page number, bottom of page, yes, you want it to be at the right or wherever you want to put it. Now we have something, right? Now we have our page number. But is this what we want? We have this. This is 1. But we want this one to be in Roman numerals, right? So let's start. Let's change these guys first of all. Let's change the number format. Format page numbers. The format that I want is this guy. Are you here? Okay. Format that I want is this Roman numerals. I select this one. Start at 1. Yeah. Okay. So there's page number. There's this guy. There's 1. There's 2. But look at this. So what's happening? Who can tell? So come to your page number, format page number, start at 1, continue from previous section, this, let's see, 1, same as previous. Okay, so apparently we have some section breaks here. So if I come here, okay, so funny enough, this thing is already in section. This is section 1, section break. There's section 1 here, right? There is section 1. There's header of section 1. There's footer of section 1. This is section 4. I wonder how it happened, but then we need to just delete it. First of all, let's delete the section break. So how do you delete? You select everything, right? Select it and then press delete. So if I check my page number now, it should revert to what it was before. It should revert to what it was before, same as previous. Sorry. Footer section 1. Yeah, section 1. So this is like header of section 1. But then I don't want this guy to be in any section. After this guy, I want this one to be in section 2. So that anything I'm applying to the cover page, I'm only applying to cover page. Anything I'm doing to the other ones, they don't affect cover page. That's the basic thing. So I'll come here, I'll come to the last part of this document. I'll come to the last part. I'll come to whatever is the last part of this document, and then I'll say layout breaks. Layout breaks. So there's section break, right? So if you read this very well, it says next page. Insert a section break and start the new section on the next page. So what that means is that it's going to whatever text. So if I click the middle of the document, if I click here for instance now, and I say section break, it will do a page break, then add a section break. Do you understand? It will break the page into a new page, assuming that it's starting something else, and then the other one is continuous. It will add a section break, but it will not break up in the page. So it will affect the numbering, it will affect the formatting that you're doing, to do all of that. But then you can also apply sections break by number of page. Maybe even numbers, you want even numbers to be in a particular way. You want pages that like page 3, page 5, you want it to have a particular color, different from what page 6, 7, page 6, 8, 10 will have. You can specify all of that here. But what we want to do is a numbering one. That's one that we're particular about. So we come here. Funny enough, there are some page breaks here. So what I will do is, so that we don't, I'll copy this into a new document that doesn't have any break. Yeah. So that has no break. Please, if there's anything you're not getting, please just let me know. I'll be. So Let me know what you're not getting. No, I cannot continue until you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, which one did you not get? Okay. The page break that we did briefly. Section break or page break. Yeah, that's where we are. Section breaks, use them to break documents into different sections. Like title page, like numbering is just a use of section breaks. So use them, even formatting, use them to break up your documents into different sections. So like title page, summary page, the body, the glossary, kind of thing. You understand? Exactly, that kind of thing. You can make their color different from the rest of the page. You can make their font different from the rest of the page. So it's like having like multiple documents in a single document. So it's like having all these kind of documents in a single document. So you have like 3 pages that are section 3. You have glossary 1 page. You have title page 1 page. You have the body that is 20 page. You understand? So it's like that. It's like sections are like documents inside like a whole document together. Do you understand? Again, it all comes to practice, and I'll give you some assignments that will help you practice them. Yes, you need to practice. You need to, no, you understand. You need to practice. You need to practice them. You get assignments, and and your assignment to be graded, actually. Sorry, you get assignments and to be graded. Yes. You get assignments, and so that's why I kept saying, what don't you understand? Let me know. I can go back. We are not rushing. Of course, we have like 30 minutes more, right? So what? Merge. Yeah, that'll be the last thing we'll do. Yeah. This is where we are. I'll start all over again from session breaks now. So what I will do is, we have a page. Sorry, one class, please. One class. Yeah. So we have this document, right? You want to break up the document. Let's say we have a lot of it. We have just a lot of text, right? Now you want to, there's supposed to be an header. Sorry, not an header now. You want to number them differently. Maybe you want the first 5 pages to be in Roman numerals, and the rest of them should be in a particular way. So how do you do that? Right? That's the question. So there is 1, there is 2 here. So this page comes with numbering already, but then not the kind of numbering that we want. Right? 7. Yeah, cool. Let's say we want the first 2. We want to treat the first 2 pages as the title page and glossary page or something like that, right? We want the first 2 or first 3 to be Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 2, Roman numeral 3. So how do you do that now? You come here, come to this after the 3rd page. After this 3rd page, see, there's page 1 that we're coming from here. There's page 2 here. Because I said we want to do 3. Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 2, and 3. So you come to the end of the 3rd page. What do? You come and say, let's say after here, I don't want this guy to be here. Why do we use it? So I will come here. Let me take away this guy so that you can see clearly. I will come here. I'll come to layout. I'll come to break. Right? But remember, I want this other guy to go to the next page. So I'll use this first one. Do you understand? Yeah. I'll use the first one that sends every other thing to the, you see? Now we've added a break. If I click here now, for instance, anything that I do to this, I can apply different things to the, so now this document has 2 sections. There's a top section, which is, the page 1, page 2, page 3. And there's the other part of the document, page 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you understand? Yeah. We want to add different, here, look at this now. Can you see footer section 1, footer section, header section 2. So section 2 starts from here, section 1 ends here. Yeah. Okay. So now let's do our footer page number. We want to edit our page number, right? We want continue. So currently now what we have here is says continue from previous section, right? We've done 1 to 3 already. We have 1 to 3. we want the next ones to change. Or let's even start from Roman numerals. I don't want 1, 2, 3. We want Roman numerals first, then 1, 2, 3, the normal numerals later. So, format page number. Let's start with Roman numerals. This guy. Continue from, of course, there's no previous section. Anyways, so start at 1. Start at 1. So I've changed it now to, Roman numerals, and it's 4. It's 4. Okay, so this guy is not complying with them. Do you know why? Because they are different sections. So there is 1, right, which is working. There is 1. There is 2. There is 3. But when you get here, this guy is not complying. Yeah, of course, you now need to come and adjust it and say, don't link to previous. So what it's doing is that it's linking to previous sections. So here, you will disconnect it from previous. So once you disconnect, you do your page number, format page number, start at 1, and then you have it. Do you understand? So you don't understand? I can go all over, I can do it all over again. But then just open your mind and follow me. Okay, so like I said, sections are supposed to make you be able, give you the ability to apply, for things that are supposed to be global to the document, are supposed to be global to the old document, like from 1 to, for those kind of things, we want to be able to apply them to sections of the document. Like, in fact, I can change page background. I can say the first three pages should be black, the background should be black. While the rest of the document has a particular background. I can say first 3 pages should have some kind of font, and the rest of the document has some kind of font, right? I can apply that on a global level without doing it one by one. One way of doing this is to say, I'll write it myself, which is what most of us do today. We'll put the high, we'll put the, we'll put high, then you put the one, you put yourself, right? It's not the best way of doing it. Is there a better way of doing it, right? What allows you to do it in the way that is automated, which is what we're trying to do. So now what I will do again is, I will delete everything we've done so far. I will start all over trying to explain it. I will clear all the sections. How do I clear sections? I will come here, I will select this guy so I can show me where the sections are. Section breaks are. So where are our section breaks? Section 2, where does section 1 end? Footer of section 1, see the section break here. Can you see? So I will come here, I will select this guy. I'll select this guy. I've selected it now. I'll delete it. Can you see the text has returned back to its initial position? Yeah. So I've deleted the section break now. There's no section break here again. Now we want to do 1, 2, 3. Roman number 1 for the beginning of the document, and 2 and 3, and like that. We want to do that. And we want to the rest of the document to be in a particular number. The numbering wants to be in a particular format. Please look at me here. Please, attention should be up. Because you'll be tested actually on this, you need to practice it, and then by next class you need to come with your your document, and there's no copying. It's specific to you. Yeah. Okay. So now there's no, this document has no numbering. There's nothing. Just the text. We want the first 3 to be Roman 1. That's our objective. 1, 2, 3. The remaining ones should be the normal 1, 2, 3 that we know as page format. So how do we do that? We start. You start by. That's the first page. This is the first page. This is the first page. I'll start from the first page. I'll add the Roman numerals. If I come here, I do page numbers. I do format page number. I do number format. I do, or let's even do ABC. Anyone. You can do anyone. There's a lot that you can do. Let's do the small one that we've been doing so that we don't complicate matters. Start at 1. Start at 1. I do OK. When I check here, I'll see that's not showing. Let's check our footer again. Something is wrong in the document. Okay, let's insert page number. Insert page number, bottom of page to the right side of the page. Okay, so we have it now, right? We have 1, 2, 3, and then we have 4, right? We have 5, we have 6, and we have 7, and 8, right? So we want only the first 3 to be 1, 2, 3. In Roman, the rest of them should start from 1 again, and then count to 4. So Roman numeral 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all we want, right? So, but before we can do that, we need to break the document into sections and tell Word that this is one section, number all of them. This is another section, number all of them in this particular format, right? So I will start. I want the Roman numerals to end at 3. Maybe that's where my table content ends or my previous ends there. So I'll come to 1, 2, I'll come to 3. So I don't anything from what is lorem ipsum is my body. I'm thinking about it as my body of the document now. So I'll come to after this sum now. I'll come to this sum. Put your cursor here. Go to layout. He's saying it's time. So this thing helps you to not forget yourself. Actually, yeah, it's saying 15 minutes, you need to leave or go to Takwabe. It's good that we're able to say it. So we come to breaks, right? Next page. So now we've inserted a page break, basically. Do you understand it up to this point? Yeah. Okay. But look at it, it's still showing 4. Even though it's a new break. I mean, we've added breaks and all of that. So you just need to come to this 4. Click on it. Discontinue link to previous. Don't link to previous. So what this one is saying is that, do you want me to, you can say, link to the previous section to continue using the same header or footer. So this thing applies to both headers and footers. So if you want to use a different kind of headers for, think of that chapters, for instance. Chapters will have different headers. Chapter name, for instance, now. It will be different for each chapter. That's how they do it. Chapter name different for each header, for the header for each chapter. So chapter 6 will have chapter 6. Chapter 7 will have chapter 7. Glossary will have glossary on top. And number will be different too. So you want to say, I don't want to link to previous. This is separate from, already it's separate now. It's not linking anything again. There's no link to the previous section. So, but you still need to do your page number. So you just come here, format page number for this section and ongoing. And then I want the format to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you understand? Start at 1. If you say continue from previous section, it will show you 4 in this format. It will show you 4 in this format. If you say continue from previous section. Do you understand? Because the last number in the previous section was 3. So, but then one start at 1. Can you see? So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Is there anything you don't understand? I'm so happy. So there will be, okay, sorry. Sorry, one by one. No, my objective here is to make sure you get everything right? Because when you go, all these kind of things are very useful. When your mates are struggling to do Word documents, you're already way ahead of them, right? You're doing stuff that, you never even imagined possible. This page break, we are not doing page break, we are doing section break. So you need to come here. Where are you? Where is your cursor? You want to add section. You don't add it in the footer. You add it from the main document itself. So where do you want to do a document as text, pure text? It will be easier for you that way. No, do a document that has pure text. So you come to breaks and then add the breaks. What?
I don't know why mine is starting from the
Yeah, because there's a front page. Yeah.
So it's not meant to be. I thought it's meant to start from one.
Yeah, you need to specify. You need to tell it to start from the particular place. So go there. Go to 2. Yeah, select it. Select it. Yeah. Go to page number. Page number. No. You're already there. Go back. Page number. Format page number. Yeah. So you tell it to start at 1. Yeah. Do enter. Let me see. Go down. So you need to
Different from first page.
yeah, different first page. Yeah, this is what you need to do. Different first page. Yeah. So this should take it away. I hope so. Different first page is still showing 1. How come? And again, so if you're having kind of vision, I can just do a section. Give that guy his own section. So it's not disturbing you. But ideally, it should be working. I'll advise you just do a section. This is like this because you use this guy. It's treating it as part of the whatever. So you need to do a section. Break what? The same thing we did. The same section stuff that we just talked about. So you just need to come here, and page layout, breaks. So continuous, because you don't want it to go to the next page. You don't want it to drop down, so that's why we do continuous. So you just need to come and do 1. You have 1 here. Do you understand? Okay. Okay. Oh, you? Okay. Okay.
So really like nowhere. I was trying to go.
Okay. The section stuff. What have you tried? Let me see what you have tried.
So from what I tried, like this one like same as previous, and I can't get it out of.
Just show me. Let me see what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to do. Sorry. So the page number, bottom of page. When I do this.
Okay.
Some previous stuff like that. So, and that's very good.
Sorry. So 0, 1, 1. So you have 3 pages. Okay, so what I would advise that you first of all start a new document.
Okay, I have a new
Created already. Create a lot of text. Right, how many pages do we have now? 7 pages, cool. So you want 1 to 3 to be different from the rest of the pages, right? Please be practicing just be practicing. I'll come to you. Yeah. Fortunately, we have very few minutes left. Again, you need to know this thing that I talked about, which is the spacing. It's a lot of space, so you need to do single line spacing, and then maybe 4 here. Sorry. Okay, maybe just 5. So now what you want to do is to 1 to 3 different from the rest of the documents, right? So let's insert page number.
Okay.
Insert page numbers first, bottom of page, here, right? We have this 1, 2, 3, but that's not what you want. What you want is Roman numerals starting, right? And the rest of them should be. So here, page numbers, format page number. You want Roman numerals. This is Roman numerals. Cool. We have them now.
Yeah.
You come to your 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. 3 ends here,
Yeah.
right? Every other thing you want it to drop to the next page.
Yeah.
So come to the design, the page layout,
Yeah.
and then do a break. Say next page,
Okay.
right? So what you just need to do now is to, sorry, let's go 4. Is come and disconnect this.
Okay.
So you come to, yeah, so don't link. You understand?
Okay.
So
So
then you
you
select
highlighted
this one.
it here and then,
Yes,
okay.
I didn't link it to previous. When you go to your page number, you see format page number, starts at 1. And then what type of number? It is number. That's it. So you can continue like that. Is there any other person? Inside the document, sorry, Adiola, right? Inside the document, you can even specify some other values that are specific. Maybe you are sending email from a bank, for instance. Now you have the account balance. You want to send them the account balance. Or you need to just create a merge field for account balance that says name, email, whatever account balance, and then you come and say your account balance is something. Do you understand? You can do all of that. You can, inside your document, you can insert merge fields, and then, so once you're done with this now, what does it need to do? Thank you. Let's say thank you, and insert merge. Let's put their first name only. Thank you for banking with us. Thank you for banking with us, first name, and then you do full stop. Let's merge. Let's preview results first of all. Can you see? This is a preview of the result. This is what the first person will see. This is what the next person will see. This is what the last person will see. Interesting, right? So imagine you have to do this one by one. You make mistakes. That's certain. You put somebody's last name and go and send it to another person's email, and the person will be wondering. You put somebody's account number, you go and send to another person's account number. You create a lot of confusion in the system. But let the system do it for you. It's there for free. And then you finish and merge. So what do you want to do? Do you want to print the document? No. If you want to print the entire document, you can just, do you understand the kind of thing? Like you can print individual copies out, or you can just send email. No, it won't change. It will send them individually. It will be like a job. It will be like a job. You give a job to a printer, so it keeps sending individually. So it will just, what will be the one that is printing? So just keep printing on there to the end there. Once it knows the printer. Yeah, exactly. So, but then if you want to send email messages, it will transfer it to Outlook. So you put your email. Which field is the email? You tell it that this is the email field. It has seen it already. But what do you want the subject to be? Subject is testing, okay, current bank statement as at June 18. What format? HTML, right? So all of them. You can specify and say I want only between, maybe if you have like 100 people, maybe first 50 to get it, or maybe last 50 or something. But then let everybody get it, right? So you do okay. So please, let me know when you get it. Can you see, I have like how many emails here? I have one, I have this, I have this, I have this. So let me know when you get the emails. Yeah, cool. So that's just it. So it makes your job faster, it makes you more productive, it makes you ahead of your peers, basically. All these small things, right?